Zectech over here beating me in. Wow.
Heck yeah.
How's it going?
Going pretty good.
Oh, mercy. Let's see here. We may or may not have gone to an Asian market recently. And so we have the genuine Pocky
Oh.
sticks. I don't know if you've ever had that sort of culture in your life, but oh boy. There's just something about those little chocolate-covered biscuits.
Ooh. Maybe. I don't know. But hey, if it's chocolate, I'll have to try it.
It ain't bad at all. I know it ain't. Okay. Now, how you been? How's the week?
Pretty good. I've been working my summer gig out at the summer camp I'm at. That's been going really well. This is my week off, so chilling for this week, and then we're back at it next week.
Hee-haw.
Have you been?
I need to go through and watch some of the. I was able to catch the first one yesterday, but the Hercules caster showcase.
Oh, I got asked to do production for that. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. My setup just isn't put together because I'm somewhere else for the summer. I so wish I could have. But hey, opportunities like that will come back around again at some point. Casting sad to miss it this time. Man, the spring major was crazy.
It was, in all honesty. Like, I'm currently reading something really quick.
No worries.
Ooh, mercy.
Yeah, like I expected Falcons to do well, but like not quite that well.
I think that, in all honesty, anyone who see here.
Like the fact that G2 got out so early too.
Well, I mean that, and I'm very happy that it ended this way, but BDS getting destroyed.
Oh yeah,
was not what everybody expected.
Not in the slightest.
I mean, I knew that there was a decent chance that KCP would find a way in, especially since they probably would have been playing secret.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not expect everything to go that way. Oh my.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I was so sad when Furia fell, and I was like, no, I wanted a 3 region top 4. That would have been so cool. But hey, the fact that it did so well was just fantastic. I still need to go back and rewatch some of those series. Oh, because I watched the V1 versus Carmine Core one. That one was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really rewatch much else. I saw some of them live, on and off. I think I saw the V1 versus Moist, the first one. Maybe I'll have to go back and rewatch it, but.
Oh boy. Yeah, we're just at this point reading Twitter on a couple of things that are going on in the Twitter sphere about companies that are not paying their not paying, well, anybody by the look of it.
Jeez.
It feels bad.
Yikes. Yeah. I actually, was it yesterday, had my first meeting with some of the people that I'm making the new broadcast and media club with. Just went over like the whole leadership structure and club structure and whatnot. But one of the big things that we do want to do though is making sure that we can cover as many teams as possible, but also try to like actually maybe financially support some of our like casters and producers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Because like technically, as the club, we're not allowed to quote unquote hire people, but we can financially reimburse people.
Ooh, okay,
so,
yeah.
So we can be like, you gave your time for this singular event. We can reimburse you,
Yeah.
$20-something for that night.
Well, and the other fun thing is a lot of that is not because of the lack of governing bodies. There aren't very many. You don't even have to worry about loopholes yet because there aren't that many rules.
Mm-hmm.
So it is possible for that to be a thing, and I'm happy about where we are in that side just yet. I know things are going to continue to get better, and I mean, just judging by some of the things that I'm seeing on the internet right now, they need to get better. They need to get better in a quick fashion.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's talking about like things like the lack of penalties in contracts and being a big deal, and I truly agree with the fact that if they don't have penalties, everyone's going to take advantage of everybody.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't even like worked for anybody yet who had a contract. I've just been lucky enough to work for some orgs and tournament organizers who have just been like, yeah, no, we'll pay you a night of, make sure it happens, and it has been, which has been real nice. So, huge shout out to Frost Esports and Distinct Esports for paying me for my casting and producing gigs.
There you go.
And in a timely manner.
You'll love to see it. I will say one thing that seems to be extremely consistent are the like smaller single or two-person owned organizations, and they will 99% of the time be on point 100% of the time. Wait a minute. Did I just do that? Yes, I did. 99% of the time, they're on point 100% of the time.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally one of my favorites. Let's see here. I need to go back through. Okay. I'm going to have to jump into one of my super secret Discords and go back through statistics on a few different things.
Ooh,
super secret Discord. Whatever is this person talking about? Yeah, go figure.
It's like, well, I know they exist and they're out there because obviously they're not meeting in these more public Discords that I've seen in them in. They've got to be these more privately organized Discords, but
yes,
got to be in the room where it happens.
Super secret, super safe.
I want to be in the room where it happens.
Indeed. But yeah. Okay. So let's see here. I don't know that I'm gonna wait on anybody to get started this time around, just because I get the feeling today is gonna be a much more informal day. I think a lot of people are waiting for the day where we start doing some of like the extremely well organized. Here's your PowerPoint presentation. Let's talk about a specific subject for 2 hours again. And I don't blame them. A lot of, yeah, every Monday being able to offer everybody, hey, if you want to do VOD reviews, we can do that, or we can live cast a high-end replay, all of that. I think they understand also that's something that I can readily available and try to do outside of these times. So I don't know that everybody takes this time as I think I've left room for people to take the time for granted, I guess would be the best way to put it. But did you happen? We can do a VOD review if you'd like. Do you happen to have anything?
I mean,
or no?
I haven't casted in like the past 3 weeks, so.
Haven't casted in the last 3 weeks. Booyah.
Yep. I saw Danger Taco's Twitter post about having casted past 19 days, and that. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I feel that. Luckily though, I sort of my whole job at the summer camp is that I'm part of the skits and tech team, so I run all sort of the on-stage program, and then all the AV stuff. So I'm like emceeing / acting a decent amount of the time, so I can really work my chops as far as my stage presence and my vocal presence, as far as like, hello everybody, welcome. You having a good week here at camp? Glad to hear it.
Love it.
Yeah, that's been nice to do that.
Let's see here. We just no, don't force me to log in. I want to see the taco. No. Oh my goodness. You know what? Let me see here. I will find it. I will get specific with the tweet.
I think I actually. Well, maybe not. Hold on.
Oh, I got it. Don't worry. We're gonna get there. Show it on the stream. Like, it's literally one of the best possible. Like, he gets better and better at doing those, and it makes me happy. Let's see here. Boom.
What's funny is, so at the club meeting we had yesterday, one of the members had to. Me was going to launch the members like a year before the last point was talked about. I'm like, hey, you want me to just like speed run it in the next 3 minutes for you, so you have an idea of what we're going to talk about? I'm like, sure. And so I launch into it, and like I just follow my like play-by-play with them. I'm just like speed talking through everything. And then people are like, man, this is just like him casting over again.
Oh no.
They're like, it's great.
Alright, here we go. We got 19 days.
And there it is. Phase 2 has begun. The RPM has hit its high. The heat is at its peak, and it is the point of no return for any sticks of gum left in the khaki shorts within. Summer casual wear and a dryer sheet might have gone in the beginning of this process, but only regret may come out at the end. We have witnessed quite a lot here in this downtown Chicago afternoon commute. We have seen some honked horns, some missed turn signals, even
so good.
Rappers blasting their mixtape for all to
Oh
hear.
yeah, the dryer part was fantastic.
Anything truly reckless. And as I say that, here comes the BMW 5 Series slaloming through gridlock traffic with the confidence of an Olympian skier. Oh. That is a brutal miscalculation. Right. I'm
curious what headset that is.
That is not going to come out easily, but I suppose on the BMW side, if you pay that insane amount,
Audio Technica
car,
BP2.
your insurance is there to boot, and you might as well drive like a maniac.
Very cool. Let me write that down.
Unsalted rice cakes. It might be filling, but the satisfaction.
At least I'm pretty
lacking.
sure that's what it is.
When is the last time that you've seen a pantry with this much potential fail to show up come mealtime? A really long time.
And then let's see, what's the one that Johnny Boy uses that then most people use on stream? Is that the same thing? don't think they
A
are.
lot of what they use for the top end are Sennheisers. I can actually let's see here.
Yeah, I've got a Sennheiser. Was it HD something that I have for my audio mixing and mastering.
So like, yeah, this would be what you're looking at for tacos, the BPHS2s, although that doesn't look like it's the same model.
VHS.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Maybe it's a different model.
Yeah. I'm just interested because partially for myself, but also as we're making this club, I'd like to get just like, club gear that we can then just have for our setups and whatnot. And it's nice having that sort of combo.
Is it the BPHS one? He might have custom cups on it.
That is very possible.
Which, I mean, BPHS 1 is something that I use as well. So, like, they are both. Actually, this website has it for fairly expensive. You should be able to get it for much cheaper.
Sennheiser, were they both to be called broadcast headphones? Broadcast headset. Or are they HMDC? HMD?
I get the feeling it's the HMD.
Yeah, the HMD looks right. The very small cups.
Mm-hmm. But as far as the microphone itself, it has a very good microphone.
On the Sennheiser?
Yeah. I've heard things.
Yeah. I've got some Sennheisers that I use for my audio work. Right at the $100 price point, which is nice. Oh, they have the HMD 300 Pro. This looks newer, and like it's got larger cups.
Very nice.
Let's see.
But I mean, you can put new cups on just about anything, though.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah, so the HMD
Excuse
26
me.
is the on-ear ones, and then the looks like the 300's the over-ear ones. Intriguing. The HMD 281 is the football one, the one-sided cup. The other side just as a holder. Single-sided communication headset. Very cool.
Nice. I'll be right back. 1 second.
No worries. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you are on stream and Kendo has not muted me, then you will know that I am Zectech, your a caster, producer, and all-around esports technician, head of the Oregon State Broadcast and Media Club, which is probably going to be the president unless someone else wants to take position. Honestly, I would not mind if someone. I'm cool doing just the broadcast stuff and casting. But who knows what? Rocket League's my main game, but I want to branch out into other things as well. Be cool to do some other games. Maybe Apex. Played some decent Apex in my time, but we'll have to get back into it. Really see what the meta's like nowadays. My education is in music production, basically everything from writing music to recording music, both in the studio, also live audio technician. So basically anything audio related, I am your go-to guy. Live AV tech at the summer camp that I work at, and then also do it for Oregon State. Sometimes I do it for friends and family at different weddings and whatnot. So I guess if you need an audio technician for a wedding, I'm also your guy.
Getting a little self promo in.
Yeah, might as well.
I don't blame you. See here. But yeah, I do highly recommend if you're ever like in the market for a cheaper, like budget entry level broadcast headset, the BPHS ones are the best. Because $200, you're not going to be able to touch a better set of pipes or cans.
Oh yeah,
You know
definitely
what
sounds
I mean?
like it.
Like it.
Hello.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hello there.
What you guys doing?
We're hanging out. How you been?
I can lie to you and tell you that I'm absolutely amazing. So we don't have to ask any other questions.
Ooh. Now you see, because you over-explained it, that leads me to start questioning.
Well, I plead the fifth, and I don't speak without my lawyer.
Not a bad idea to make sure you speak without the lawyer. You definitely don't want to do that. So, yeah. I think you got that covered.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh man. So what's up? What are you guys doing?
Here, give me 1 second. Yeah, we're working on all sorts of random things. At the moment, we're taking looks at headsets. We were watching again the most recent Taco "Hire Me Please" tweet.
Oh, that was hilarious, dude. The 19 days without casting thing, or what?
Yeah, it got into okay. Well, what's the headset? What are we using here for microphone, etc. Then let's see.
I was just telling some people about those headsets that because that's a majority of the headsets that people use at LAN, and I was just telling people that those are like $250 to like $280 a pop, like those headsets.
Mm-hmm. Which is actually pretty affordable compared to some of the other ones.
Yeah, and I told them, I was like, it wouldn't be a bad idea to kind of invest in one because it's steady sound quality, that you can kind of control, I guess, and you can bring it with you to the LANs and things.
Mm-hmm.
How you been, Zach? Haven't seen you in a while.
I've been good. I've been working at a summer camp actually, so been out there. This is my week off, and I'll be back on the grind next week. So just popping in, hanging out.
I was gonna say, Kendall, weren't you doing something like that too?
Yeah, I had my own little thing that I do at a camp. I don't think they are coinciding camps, are they?
Oh no, but I just figured the correlation was there,
Oh yeah. I truly enjoy spending that little bit of extra time putting it to the side. One, you get out in the middle of nowhere, and it's extremely refreshing. Like, there is nothing like finding one of 12 places in the United States where the phone reception is so bad that it's like, oh, don't even bother bringing your phone. Granted, I brought the phone anyway. They got a little Wi-Fi hookup out there, but
wow,
it was really nice. Really
Good.
nice just to take a moment away from everything else. Doesn't work very well on trying to find ways of. Doesn't work very well on trying to find ways on bringing things back. And making sure that I keep the scheduling going, but no, that doesn't always work out. I'm thankful. Let's see here. Okay.
I was supposed to be casting with Powder, but our gig got canceled.
Oof.
Oof. That's tough.
Mm-hmm. Gig got canceled, and then the guy still offered to pay me, and I was like, "No, I'm cool. I'm all right." And he was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, there was no goods like done. Like, it's fine. And he was like, "Wow, that's refreshing to hear." And I was like, "Who the hell have you been hiring? Like, what the
Yeah,
hell?"
in all honesty, who have you been hiring that it's that bad?
Yeah. He said he had an incident with somebody, didn't mention any names, and basically the person demanded to be paid, even though he gave him 2 days in advance to tell him that it was canceled. Whereas with me, he just told me like maybe 2 hours before the event, so I kind of had some sort of justification to ask for money if I wanted to, but I told him, I was like, there's no need, So
I feel like this needs to be a discussion because
Professionalism.
it
I
could
mean,
be. It could be a discussion. I mean,
yeah,
because there's
I
two tales, there's two takes on it, and I told him the exact same thing I'm gonna tell you. If I had another gig that I kind of canceled for, essentially, like if I had something else lined up and I was like, oh, well, this is a better opportunity, I want to do this one, then I would understand like maybe taking some sort of money or something. But at the same time, I didn't have anything lined up, so I'm like, I'm fine with, I just lost the opportunity, is what I told him.
yeah. I mean, it definitely will help in the long run as far as you continuing a relationship there.
Yeah,
I
and he was really grateful for it, like I said. So he just said he, just offers it now. So that's his new norm.
you know what? Good on them to offer it,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
but also I don't imagine that the no names please person gets to do too many more gigs with them anymore.
Yeah, and
It's like, yeah, I want to be paid for services not rendered. that won't go over very well.
well, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I didn't do any services, but I'm fine. I'm chilling, dude. We are kicking it.
I mean,
I don't.
I kind of understand that in the sense of a door dasher, because like there'll be times where I'm I've received somebody's food or I've arrived at the location of the restaurant and the order cancels and it's like, okay, if I don't get something out of this, this is rough. Especially with gas prices. But if you're
Yep.
doing remote casting, hey, worst case scenario, hey, I get to spend time with my family. Hey, I get to spend time watching Netflix or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I get a little bit of meat. That is another thing that I do find interesting. Granted, there's a balance here. Grind versus relaxation. I think there's a fine balance between being on the grind enough to be, have like this influence. Like, oh yeah, you gotta be on the grind. You have to take as many opportunities as you possibly can. Get out there. You need to look like you are busy. And more often than not, people look at the socials and they'll be like, oh wow, I need to hire this person. This person's a hot commodity. If the illusion of being a hot item is on your Twitter, people are going to notice, and who knows, they might hire you just off of Twitter activity. But
No, I never thought about that.
at the same time, there comes that point where it's like, if you get to the point where you are trying to monetize yourself so much, and I mean, all the more power to you if every breath that you take, every fart that you let out
Is that
earns you
Phil Collins
money.
song?
Maybe.
I figured you would like that one. Every fart you let out,
Oh boy.
get you some sort of money. Every gig you take, everything you make, we'll be watching you.
Oh, can't you see?
There is no goods or services rendered.
How my PayPal aches with
Oh.
every gig you take.
Ooh, get it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I might have a little too much fun. That is one thing that I've had to curb quite a bit. 4 years ago, when I was 100% memes all the time, I was not afraid to sing on a stream. There's a fine, there's a fine balance there.
Holy.
Like you can do it very badly. And never be invited to cast again. I've survived, I think, a couple times on stream doing a line or a verse. So
Dude, yeah. It's always good to have fun though, you know.
oh yeah, gotta have fun.
This is insanely easy. I'm working. Zach, you've done producing stuff before as well, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I got hired to do Hercules' event thing for tomorrow, the next couple days.
The Lightning was like, hey, do you want to do it? I'm like, I'm sorry, my setup isn't ready to go this summer.
So like the same thing happened to me. So here's the thing. Hercules hit me up in my DMs and said, hey, are you busy? And I was like, didn't see the message because for some reason my Twitter DMs on my phone are just like it doesn't send me the notification for some reason unless I log on to Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't see her message, but she DM'd me on Discord as well. And apparently Lightning said he name dropped me. And I was like, okay, cool. So she reached out, said, I need a producer from Sunday through Thursday. I need somebody for all 5 days. And I was like, I can't do it. I have a gig on Monday night because originally it was supposed to be like around, that time or whatever. So I was like, I can't do it. I just can't swing that. So she was like, oh, okay. Then like a couple minutes later, she hits me up and says, I need somebody from Tuesday through Thursday. I said, oh, that's completely different. I can do that. So I reached out to a couple of other producers that I know and kind of threw them the, hey, if you're not busy, you should take this gig. And then I ended up taking it and got called out for it. Like, why the hell would you even offer it to me type thing if you were going to take it? And I was like, well, originally I wasn't supposed to be available, but then I got available because it was only for 3 days now, Anyway, long story short, I'm a piece of shit. So, no, so I mean, I forgot where I was going with the story, but yeah, so she reached out to me. It was Lightning apparently name dropped me as well. So, but
nice.
this is really, really easy. This overlay that I got sent to, and it was Sync. I never heard of his name before, but he works with Shine Media Productions. And basically, yeah, he reached out to me and gave me this plugin that is really, really fucking easy.
What's the plugin?
I don't know. It's some sort of
proprietary.
It's some sort of SOS plugin. It's super, super easy.
We got the
nice
proprietary. There you go.
What is this background URL? What does this do? Songs in my head now, Kendo. Thank you.
I know, right? That's the other thing I do dislike about doing it. You can ruin people. Meanwhile, we also have Seb memes.
Seb, yep.
Yeah, Seb doing Seb things. So we had Taco. We also have Seb doing Seb things.
Nice.
Like, you want to go?
One thing I wanted to say. Remember we had that conversation about things I wanted to improve on?
Yeah.
Research.
Ooh.
Learn how to research as well. There's a good one because these guys literally are blowing me out of the water with their researching and the discussion you guys are having.
Yeah.
In the summer production stuff. Like Vaudeville, Rome, and even Powder. Just impressive with some of the stuff that they're talking about,
What do you want to know about?
I don't. They just know so much information about all these teams, bro, and I just feel overwhelmed by. I haven't even started doing research on some of these teams yet, but I was going to ask you about like brackets, like what teams are going to be up type thing. So the teams I want to research are obviously the ones I'm going to be casting, but I still want to have a little bit of background knowledge on the ones that are going to be playing in the, we can have like, if we have to fill some time somewhere, maybe talk about some other teams type thing, So just get better with research and learn where to research, like, and just kind of have that information type thing. So
let's see here. So Smash GG, now Start GG. And generally, one of the best ways, one of the more organized ways, of course, is Liquipedia. And Liquipedia will give you a history for a large amount of CRL. But most often, throughout time, we've used Smash/Start GG.
yeah.
So if you go through...
do you have the link for it? For the actual tournament or no?
If you actually go through and you search on Start GG, I'm actually showing it on the little stream recording. You can generally search it, and it will
I had no idea you were even.
Yeah,
I had no idea you were streaming.
I usually record these via the stream, and then I'll put them on the YouTube side.
Yeah, I never even had an idea that you were streaming. Usually you go live on the Discord. That's why.
Yeah, not all. Well, actually, I can do that. Let's see here.
No, you're fine. I'm already on your stream.
There we are. So, let's see here. But you can generally search that out, and then once you've latched on to something, you can, because it's almost always made by the same people, you can generally latch on to somebody like Mateo, who will have just about everything under the sun. Okay, he's not actually assigned admin yet. Go figure. Exotic will definitely be on there, though.
I mean, if you really want to get into like individuals and like their play styles, you could go to ball chasing and just look up their username.
That would be the other thing. You want to definitely check out the ball chasing side, because ball chasing, you can literally find anyone. There are so many people who do auto upload of their replay now. You might be able to find yourself, actually, just for the fun of it.
I auto upload, so you can find all my replays.
Wait a minute.
Nice.
Oh no, are we gonna replay review me? Oh no.
Oh baby, let's do it.
Ballchasing.com. Let's see if there's actually any kendo footage.
Hopefully it's not the other website.
Hey,
the games we've played together, Kendo.
So, player. Oh, sheesh. So yeah, there's something was actually on stream at one point where I was hanging out with Thumbs and Codex. We have, God knows that's not right. That was because I was in the thing. Gotta love it when, what? What? What?
Powder and you guys are both playing for Columbia now?
Apparently.
You have 136 points. Let's go.
Yeah. Got 136 points. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that man. Look at that man. He was in there the entire game.
Start to finish. Yeah, no, he showed up early, actually. First person I see in the locker room is Kendo. He beat the janitor there.
That goes back a ways.
Yeah, football days.
But yeah, we can literally find just about anything out of from the Kendo Slice history. Look at that guy. Look at that MVP.
Oh, man.
Don't look! Don't look at the legs. No. Yeah, we can look at all the alias play I've played under: RLCS referee, Kendo Slice, Gibbo Slice, legs. Legs, that's my
Love
person.
Machine. Love Machine's my favorite one.
Yeah, literally Love Machine. Scott Day. There's no T's there because we used the little cross symbol. Papa Ganoush. Not to be confused with Baba Ganoush. We're not eggplanting it today. We got all the aliases under there.
Am I in there? Can you look me up? See if I'm in there?
Let's see here.
I mean, if you're anywhere champion above, probably.
Wow, thanks.
I mean, maybe Diamond as well. I have some Diamond friends who auto-upload.
Ouch, hurts my feelings. Too many requests. Slow down. Okay?
Slow down, Kendo!
Slow down. Buy an Acura. Okay?
It's a clever product placement there. Got Whoops You coming through. Are you a pro?
I don't know, am I?
I don't know. Are you... You got a pro. You got a pro tag. What's going on over here?
Why do I have a pro tag?
Probably just through what you would find on Liquipedia stuff. Like you've probably done enough to merit a pro tag from Liquipedia, because if you connect your Liquipedia,
I've never been on ball chasing before ever, so it's that's why I asked you to look me up. But I was more curious about my aliases that I played with.
yeah, TETV, Whoops You Live, Not Live, Not Live, Live, Not Live, Live, Whoops You
There's one. If you
Gaming.tv. There you go.
Go to my friend down there that says Balake next to Ignited.
Yeah.
Click on his name real quick. I
can't put that on this recording. No.
I was gonna say, so that's his name, and mine was Step Bro trying to help. Oh man, that's why I wanted to see if it appeared on there or not. So,
well, folks, we gotta end the discussion here. We're gonna have to start this one over. Never happened today.
Yeah.
Never happened. Everything that went on today. Bye. No. I joke. I kid.
I think if you look, you can probably find some of the private in-house matches I've played recently.
In all honesty, though, this guy's a pro over here.
I had no
Okay.
Pro,
bro. I'm pro.
Pro.
I'm pro. Okay.
Are you?
Don't even worry about it.
Have you actually logged in? Created
No,
your own?
I've never been to ball chasing before ever. I'll go there right now for the first time. Like, honestly, all my research usually consists of me going to the bracket. From the bracket, I go to the people's Twitters. You know what I mean? I'll look up their Twitter stuff. I'll look up Wikipedia stuff from them. But, like, you know, just that's usually what my research kind of consists of. But, like, with these college teams, you know,
Ooh, college teams?
I feel like it's like a little bit overwhelming, you know?
So the question now becomes, given the amount of pro lobbies that I'm in,
why are you not pro?
also given the fact that Bass, yourself, Ignited all have pro tags on ball chasing.
Yeah.
How does one get a pro tag on ball chasing?
I don't know.
I don't get this.
I am Confucian. Ball chasing, explain.
What am I watching? Compare against, oh my. Demos taken and demos inflicted. I'm a spicy boy. Shooting percentage below average, goals below. I am below average on everything. Oh no. I'm just really bad at the game. This is what this tells me. really bad at the game, but also very below average on all the stats. Wow. This feels bad, man. I mean, you can tell how below average I am. How bad? Yes. That's how bad we are. But yeah. Oh, well, no, we doxed you. Whoops, you. My bad. But you can.
What happened? What'd you do?
You can go through and you can actually latch on to some of the. See here. They haven't registered yet to the. Okay, so maybe we can find it by going through and looking for the stats or the bracket. Where's the stinking bracket? Okay, they printed out the. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, that's not it. Okay, I'm just failing at life. But yeah, that's how you do your research. Yay. Oh, goodness. You'd also be able to go through and double check all the Liquipedia stuff. Generally, Liquipedia also has here. Oh yeah, let's open up Gamers 8 because that's something to talk about. References. Oh, don't you tell me there's no references. They're still working on this. I'll give them credit. They got the logos. Got the logos going on.
What is that for?
This would be the Liquipedia. Like they're actively working on getting the Liquipedia up. So if you go to Liquipedia, the homepage, literally on this side, we'll even be able to find the open circuit. Interesting. Okay. But it's not something that is completed enough yet that we can full on utilize it just yet. Okay. Well, maybe we'll have to. I need to find it. Oh man, that's old.
It feels like one of those Wikipedia get from one page to another by all the hyperlinks.
Is Zeta the one who's credited with putting everything together? So tournament's organized. We're getting up to 2020. We go to Exotic. Oh, come on. You telling me Jack does not have any organized
Ooh.
whatsoever? The heck? Okay. To be honest, I'm terrible at it.
For research.
Well, yeah, I mean, normally
there's not
I
much-
do a really good job here. A lot of it, I have a lot of bookmarks. There's an entire tab of bookmarks on my regular browser.
Well, I think we talked. Remember when you were telling me that you have like a bunch of just information, a vast knowledge of just random things that kind of happen.
Yeah,
That you have stuff stay for years or something.
yeah, and a large portion of that is I've kept the going all the way back. I've kept the links to the Smash pages as well as the stats sheets. So like the stat spreadsheets. So I have a very large amount of links for those. But generally, you end up having to do your digging here, and you can ask for, let's see, historical stuff. You know what? I know a way to do it. I know a way to do it.
Anyway, what I was gonna say was I guess I have to focus on just like Division 2 stuff. The Division 1 stuff isn't gonna be that's I should have to pay too much attention to that because I'm not really, doing that kind of stuff, right?
Not really, but at the same time, if we end up needing an emergency sub and you're available, jump on.
Yeah, I gotcha. So do we have a bracket and stuff already for which teams are going to be D2 like facing off on Saturday or no?
Let's see here. I can post that in your DMs, but it should be in summer announcements for summer series. There's going to be a master sheet.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if the master sheet is open to the public yet, so I need to make sure I don't put it on the stream.
Oh, you better not do that. I'm getting ready to click it right now.
What does the West qualifier look like?
It's a master sheet. Let's see here. Copy link. Throw it at you. But that's going to have just about everybody's, everybody in the East, everybody in the West. It'll go through the players, substitutes, etc. There's a lot of knowledge that some of us have that's just head knowledge, whether it be, I know Powder's been commentating the bubble scene forever and a day.
Mm-hmm.
So like just about anybody and their brother will know with UNLV adding Wellis. That's a very interesting team now.
Yeah, no, Bass was excited about that one.
Because Wellis is long time, a very, very long time in the bubble scene. If I remember right, Wellis didn't he have a sub stint for Pittsburgh Knights? Even got on. I'm
sorry, what'd you say? I wasn't listening. I'm sorry, I was watching.
Didn't he sub for the Pittsburgh Knights for a couple times?
Yeah, wasn't there that RLCS match where he subbed and was on his phone connection?
And he killed it. That was the best part.
Mm-hmm.
Wellis. I'm seeing him just I know him from like Tactical Mandatory and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I kind of primarily know him from.
Yep.
he usually plays with like on the Brock squad, which that's a really good team for TB.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as far as like what he's been doing, I couldn't tell you. It does say Pittsburgh Knights on his Wikipedia qualifier for RLCS 2020-2022 regional event 2.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Go back through. Very nice. Where things are going to be very interesting for you is when you end up having some of the teams who have been in the top, like Div 1 stuff, and then they're down in Div 2 for for this time around. So like Div 2 in the East is nuts. You literally have Valleyfield there, Penn State is going to be there as
Florida
well.
State
Stockton, St. Clair Gold, Siena Heights, UCF, South Florida is also there. Like, that is insane.
Yeesh.
Yeah, and isn't St. Clair supposed to be pretty good too? Because Comp's on that squad.
Yep. Comps, Spoods, and Nitrix. That's an insane roster.
To be in Div 2, that's a
Siena Heights. It doesn't surprise me that they underperformed, but that's 11's Faded and Bob. Like, that's a roster that shouldn't be in Div 2.
I'm not familiar with them, to be honest with you.
11's is a long time, another one of the long time bubble scene players. Bob Continuum played with Kronovi for a decent stint. Let's see here. But Akron getting 2 teams in Div 1 is pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Akron is finding a way to revolve.
I know Tristan.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan, Bullseye for those 2 ones, and then Buzz kind of sounds familiar.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Buzz is a senior now, if I remember correct. Or he's getting close to that senior year. Buzz was a freshman in 2018 when Akron was one of the Final 4 in the first ever CRL LAN. 2018 into 2019. So that takes me back. George Mason has Krasix. That's a lot of fun. The Indian River State College Slayers squad is very, very difficult to overcome.
Buffy and Taco Stash. Those are 2 good players.
Miami
Taco, I think
University.
Taco plays for Wet Esports. Does he play for them in like Indie Gaming League, I think? I want to go look it up now.
Let's see here. But yeah, Miami University is going to be one that I want to research a little bit. I believe Titus is a transfer from Indiana. But the team performed valiantly to get where they were. Ball State, another Daffy and Wova. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But wow.
Go Stash. I don't see him. He's his Wikipedia page.
Let's see here. If I can find. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna go rely on Nightbot for a second. This is a deep pull. So Vaudable had a lot of the qualifiers.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go here, and I need to make sure that I... Oh, wait. Let's just pull up his chat. We're gonna abuse Nightbot. Oh, dang it! That's right.
Kendo.
I know, right? Keep forgetting.
No auto login.
Yeah, you know, I try to use the Firefox just as my browser for when I'm online. Or when I'm doing things that I don't, you know, I don't want everybody to see my never-ending litany.
Research. I got you.
No, just my never-ending litany of bookmarks.
Fair, very fair.
There we go. Okay. You know, I that was actually pretty straightforward. I probably could have guessed it. There we go. Okay. So now that we have that, we can go through, we can look at this qualifier, etc. I do want to go all the way down. Who did they have heading up the organization of this? Kind of sad about that. That I wasn't able to track this through that. But if you want to learn a little bit about Taco Stash, so one of the things that you could do to learn a little bit about Taco Stash is once you get all of that, we'll head over here. Head over to Indian River. Actually click on Taco Stash, and then it gives me a full-on tournament history of everything Taco Stash has done recently on the Start GG or Smash GG.
Oh, cool.
So a lot of we got the Distincts 3v3, Bandits on Wheels.
So maybe that's why
Yeah,
no one's using it, so.
distinct.
Let's see here. I can search. Found the Muffin Monkeys.
Never heard of them.
Played on the Muffin Monkeys. Matches. I mean, you go through, and this was actually RLCS Spring Split Regionals. So, taking a look there, that ain't too bad. Some of the teams that they went up against, 3-1 against Empire. Different teams you'd know. Lost against randoms, but they took a game. Can click on it and get a little bit closer a look. That was actually a really close game against the randoms. That ain't too bad. But as you go through, you can open up a whole bunch of different things, and you can learn a little bit about them. And that's the best way to learn about somebody or deep dive somebody if they don't have a Wikipedia page.
Yeah, I see. I never thought about to use not Wikipedia, but
the
Start
recent
GG.
tournaments.
Yeah.
And now it doesn't give you exact stats unless, you know, somebody's been tracking really close. But you can get a general idea of what's going on. Then you can also, like, I know personally, hey, I see a lot of Bandits on Wheels. I can ask a couple people I know from, you know, Tactical Banditry. How does this team perform? What is Taco Stash like? You know, have you heard of Taco Stash? Tell me, did they have any clippable offenses?
And here's what I would do as well. A little bit extra, what I used to do for like IGL casting.
Mm-hmm.
I would like just DM the point of contact. So, you know, right here you have the point of contact on here. I would kind of just ask like a little bit of the team history, how long they've been playing together, things of that nature. So
here,
Yeah.
pretty consistent where they go out in the qualifiers. Like we saw 61st in the previous one, 57th in this one. And I mean, he's doing that on different rosters.
Yeah.
Let's go through and check out some of the matches here. As far as names go, Meta Wins pretty solid. Wizards, that's another one that's pretty solid. Randoms got destroyed. What do you expect? Took a game off of Abstract and iRicky. Deluxe and Friends. You know, never actually heard of Deluxe. Cap.
I have actually.
I have as well.
I was
I'm
gonna say I
just
have.
joking. I'm joking.
Terrible joke.
It is. Everything's a terrible joke when you're a dad.
I'm a dad.
You're a dad?
Mm-hmm.
How old?
I have 3 boys.
You have 3 boys?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I did not realize this about you. How long have you?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that about me.
So how long have you? Like, how old are your little ones?
10, 8, and 5.
10? Wait a minute. How old are you again?
I'm gonna be 33 in August.
Man. Okay, you're right up there with me. That's insane.
Wait, what day in August?
14th, actually, Championship Sunday.
18th for me. I'll be 23.
I don't
Wow.
publicize my birthday, but we're all within a week of each other.
We he has so much like of the world in front of him still at 23, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So young. So naive.
So young and naive.
I'm glad we went the same thought. So Rogue bringing Zanil. There we go. I do appreciate the fact that on the Gamers 8, if there's a sub or a loan from another team for it, they got the team that they're loaned from.
Cool.
Very nice.
Or a team that they're bringing someone in from. That's kind of cute, not gonna lie. So Rogue bringing in Zanil, though I'm not sure that's that might actually be a move. I feel like that may be a move. I could see that being a move. I actually kind of like it.
Who would he be replacing?
Let's see. Never mind. Yeah, you want Aqua there. Aqua can't go. Zanil? Nah. Who's Zanil? Forget that.
I'll be right back. One of my my 5-year-olds having a meltdown.
Hey, 5-year-old meltdown. Let's go. Everybody loves it. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm not a father, but I feel like I've gained a little experience being a camp counselor for several years.
Mm-hmm.
Having to deal with lots of 5 to 13-year-olds over 11 weeks for several summers. And not the same ones, you know, different ones each week. Different types of tantrums. But, you know, we have fun anyway. What's a summer camp without a tantrum, you know?
Exactly. You gotta have a tantrum. Just gotta. Stream schedule. We gotta see if they got the stream schedule. Nope. Nobody there yet. Oh no. I will say one of my least favorite things about the CCA Summer Series. You don't always get
I can't find the bracket for the summer series. What does West Coast look like this year?
West Coast is interesting, to say the least. You have a lot of, in Div 1, it's a lot of the usual suspects. Couple of California teams. 3 teams from Missouri, 3 teams from Texas. So North Texas, UT Arlington, UT Dallas.
Nice.
The usual suspects there. Missouri, Missouri S&T, and Columbia for Mizzou. Cal Poly and Long Beach both made it again. And Boise State Blue also made it. And this is literally uniform outside of the fact that Oregon made it in again. So
UO.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. What was it? 2-3 years ago, they were really good with Imminent. What's his name? I'm forgetting his name.
Iro and Seabees.
Oh, cool. I'm guessing Oregon State's probably Div 2 then. That makes sense.
Well, Oregon State doesn't look like they made it.
Oh, not at all? Darn.
No, sadly. Div 2 is Arizona State, Bethany College, Boise State, Cal Poly Pomona, California Fullerton, Institution Tecnological Estudios Superiores, Borregos MTY. So Borregos NTY. So we have a Mexican team.
Oh,
Couple of Mexican
cool.
teams. Universidad de Nuevo León. So that's the Tigers. Tigres. I like it. Texas Tech making their triumphant return with a mostly new roster. Oh, nice. Okay. So Borregos makes a lot of sense. Absorbent Karma is on Borregos. That is a name I haven't heard in a hot minute. But let's see, Chap, Reverb, Assail. So I don't know too many on Tigers. Or Chapa, Reverb. I feel like Reverb's one I should know. But Arizona making their triumphant return as well, nudging Lucid and Bava. Texas, doesn't surprise me there. Ansu and Aviator are a dynamic duo. UTEP has Flash from the former Texas Tech roster. So pretty much always going to be up in there. And then, of course, Utah. Utah back again.
Nice.
So kind of the usual suspects. A couple of new faces, but all the new faces for the West are in Div 2. The biggest thing is UNLV adding Wellis makes the Rebels far and away the favorite, in my opinion. Because Columbia is going to be undergoing a little bit of a change. They have Cryptic Cam and JD as a starter. They do still have Cosmic Flippy, but JD is going to be the starter, and I know not very little about JD off the top of my head. Long Beach, though, making Div 1 makes me happy, which means we won't get as many Helmsy content tweets in the middle of streams, because Helmsy's going to be too busy beating names on stream. But yeah, the East is just stupidly stacked.
Yeah.
Arcadia University, Adam, and Space Beer. That's an interesting combo. I'm not sure I know Not Owl off the top of my head, but Barry University, Nate Ventrix Corrupt. The East literally is a tactical banditry stream at this point. You have all the people that you'd expect up in the Div 1 portion, but down in Div 2, everything is what you'd expect out of a tactical banditry stream. Like Florida, you got Florida State, the Fisher Show, Valleyfield, of course, Vegas, Tokyo, almost always in that discussion. Siena Heights 11s. You know, you got Bob as well. Spoods and Comp for St. Clair. Stockton University Black, which is not the current top roster. But
Mhm.
Drip is from the original roster. Looks like top roster for Stockton, Bussy, Top Cheese, Bada Bop. Not sure who Bada Bop is, but I do appreciate the name.
It'd be very fun to say on stream.
Well, that's the thing.
Bada
Like,
bop, bada bang.
in a lot of cases, the roster that I'm getting on this sheet that I'm looking at currently is a Discord name. So if I go and look at wait,
I'm back.
welcome back.
Howdy. Yeah. Stuff out here in Oregon, we don't have a whole lot. Oregon State, we've only got like GC2s, GC3s, but as I'm looking through our Discord, it looks like we've got actually a couple SSL prospects, a couple high school players that are SSL coming in. We've
Well,
got
that sounds like a lot of
Zarma, top 100 Rocket League 1v1 player. So that'd be cool if we can get him. I'm not familiar with Zarma, but if he truly is a top 100 1v1 player, that could do wonders for our team.
Oh, Bada Bop is Warbean. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Warbean. One of the few like TikTok or Vine style like vocal thrashings I've ever heard.
Haha.
Was actually somebody going through a roster for a team, and his team got beat. Warbean. It's just stupid. Warbean's good though. It's a very interesting team. Stockton also pretty stacked. Not gonna lie. If that's the case. Warbean up in here gonna do some work. But yeah, going through, checking all the rosters. Welcome back, Whoops. I noticed, Whoops, you were trying to post a link.
Yeah.
What was it? You feel free to like DM me it.
I clipped the segment of us essentially calling Zektek how he has so much of his life in front of him still.
Aw.
How he's young and naive.
Yeah, that is very true. Old men think alike. I like it.
And so the way she did that was she started a churches. Check ID.
I would say the craziest thing is the fact that St. Clair, the main roster, didn't make Div 1.
Yeah, same.
But the secondary roster, St. Clair Green, did. Kamal, Raman, and Vitali.
Yeah.
And it would be one thing if they they did kind of barely scrape by, but they beat UCF to get there. Then, of course, UCF. It's going to be a long summer. It's going to be a long summer for that squad. Wonder is.
I don't recognize any of these names. Doing some research on this on Zarma. Let's see. Tygo, Toki, Flo, Crow, T West.
Wait.
Cash.
Wait, Tito or Tito? Titoh?
Tygo, Tygo.
Okay, no, I don't know that.
Flo, Crow, AAQ, Cash Money Elias, Jesse, Jessayy. Netherite. Interesting.
In the West Division, though, you have one of my good fellow content creators from Meta Power, Absorber Karma, playing Protect. And one thing I want to say is that I'm glad to see some like Mexico representation.
Oh yeah.
You know, because I feel like a lot of people, when they think Rocket League, they think Canada and like North America, you know?
Yeah.
So I really feel like, you know, the Mexican, you know, type market has yet to be tapped into.
Yeah.
You know, even though Karma's like one of those old pros and people respect him in the community type thing.
Yeah.
It's just there's just no representation from the Mexico community, you know?
I mean, it's instant. I knew the name right off the bat. So, like, you have instant credibility when you have Karma on your roster.
Yeah, and they played really well, but at the same time, they just they didn't throw necessarily, but they just got outplayed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, the real sad thing is they ended up playing each other. Like, the two Mexican teams ended up playing each other for the shot to get into Div 1, and then they ended up, Karma's squad ended up going against Oregon.
Yeah.
Kept it close, though.
Exactly. It was a close game. And I think the thing that was crazy, I think they were losing actually the first series. They were losing. They were facing elimination. They brought it back to game 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I just saw it on your stream.
Yep. I kind of wanna see if Karma's done anything recently, or this is like the first.
He
team.
streams mostly to Facebook is what he streams mostly on, but for the most part, he does do a couple of like qualifiers and things of that nature. But I don't think he really takes it too serious as far as competitive Rocket League anymore.
Well, let's see. Bandits on Wheels about a month and a half or 2 months ago. Let's see here, teams.
If Steam Friends is anything to go by, then Zarma's got some good credibility. Got King Randy on here. Cosmic
Total
Flippy.
Grease. Oh, that's a roster. Oh, that makes me sad that they only got 9th. Chief Walrus, Karma, and Coconut. That was a roster right there. Like, I guarantee they were just taking it for fun. Who'd they end up? They ended up going out early. Oh.
Biggles.
Wait. Tyro, 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 you said?
Tygo, I think was the name.
Never mind.
Tygo.
Okay. Okay, it wasn't who I thought it was there for a second. I'm like, wait a second, did I just stumble upon this person? And the answer was no, I didn't. Oh, they lost twice to the same team. That is tragic. How you doing, Biggles?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Just coming in to have a listen.
Oh, yeah.
Just making some graphics up for a league. So I figure I'll try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, have a listen and listen and learn and work at the same time.
I'm not so sure we're doing as much learning today. This is literally day before the first regular season day of the College Cardball Summer Series. So Whoops is going to be part of the Div 2 team, and it was asking about some of like the ways I would go through and research certain teams, and I was kind of showing in person or actively how I would go through, and really if I wanted to deep dive somebody, I utilize what almost everybody else uses, and that is Smash. There are some, like, if you know certain teams that get in, say for instance, Kansas University. This is a perfect example.
Who's on that roster for Kansas?
Spade, Jar, and I don't know the third off the top of my head.
Well, that's who I was thinking of. Was Spade and Jar, because Jar's a fellow content creator for MetaPower / caster with me, you know. So, and Spade used to be. I used to work with Team Revenge, and he was like on that backup roster for Team Revenge, I guess as a sub. So I know of them. So that's why I was asking. So they're going for the qualifiers, correct?
They ended up being 1 win away, and they weren't able to get the win, sadly.
Yeah, because he was telling me, he was like, "Oh, you almost got to cast me in the Division 2 type series," you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been funny.
I mean, it would have been nice. I'm a big fan just because I'm a Kansas kid and I live 30 minutes away, under 30 minutes away. One of these days, I gotta have a meetup with Jar.
Really? Yeah, I saw.
Really, one of these days. Yeah, one of these days, all together, I need to get in and see what I can do for the esports club there at Kansas, because I want to be more involved.
I seen you post on Twitter something about the glasses that you guys are talking about. I don't know, the trifecta of glasses.
Yeah, we literally have the holy trinity of Rocket League glasses in Kansas. Achieves with the original Gunners, myself with the rose tints, and Jar has those white frames. Oof.
Well, white frames look pretty cool. I got white frames. You wait till I get my butt over to the States, guys, and you're going to see me with my top hat. Suit and a top hat, all fucking polished up, man. That's my theme. Everybody's got to have a theme.
I'm more or less upset that you didn't get to cast or judge me for cast this.
Oh yeah, you were in that, weren't you?
Yeah, I got gypped, man.
I know, because I mean, you got gypped. Was the last one, right? Screwed was Screwed won it.
Screwed won it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He did a heck of a job, man. He was hilarious. But my round number 2 or 3 I went straight up against Godspeed and just made fun of Godspeed, and Whoopi didn't take too keen to that.
0.
0.
Yeah, Kendo, are you going to be a part of that, mate? They should definitely be.
They haven't talked to me about it, so.
You want me to pull some strings for you, brother?
Yeah, you don't for sure.
You don't have to pull any strings by any stretch of the imagination. If they want to come to me, they'll come to me.
Okay, I'll tell them to come to you. How about that?
Yeah. They probably don't, but they should know you, of course. But you definitely need to be in it, mate, because you'd do a fantastic job.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
So
I'm actually really impressed with how a lot of people have, come out there and done a great job. When I kind of thought, I'm not quite sure if they'd had that, and then of course, they step up to the plate and they knock it out of the park. It's quite interesting, and it's so good for the casters, isn't it? To like really give it a shot.
The thing I like is that they're progressing with it. They're listening to the feedback and they're changing a lot of things with it. Like I told them, I said, I think it's kind of unfair for all the contestants to listen to the feedback of other contestants type thing. And
True.
Because then it kind of gives them an idea of what they did and what the people did like and didn't like. Like, for example, I went in round number 1 first round, and I made a weeb comment about like Naruto and stuff like that, and they loved it, and the other contenders got to hear that, and because I was first, that they could use that to their advantage.
You're right. I believe when they do tournaments, like when they do have the judges, like even you see it on TV and stuff like that, those other contestants don't see that. It's pre-recorded. They put it in a green room or something.
Yeah. So like I said, they're doing a very good job as to changing everything up and listening to the feedback and stuff. So it's only gonna be bigger and better, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, they're getting quicker at it too, because I remember from the start, when I was a kid, I got jumped in the deep end immediately. The very first match, the very first game as a contestant, I had to cast the first thing, which was that like 10-second clip, and I'm like, all right, and that laid the benchmark down, of course. But now everybody kind of knows because you've got something else. But then the level of competition gets harder too, I think, because you guys now, anybody that's a contestant now knows they can watch the last couple of episodes. And know what to expect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's what I did too.
Didn't know what to expect at the start at all.
I watched the last episode back where you were actually the judge. So
yes,
I think moving forward they're going to do 3 judges only as well, because it just progresses the show a lot faster as well. So
yeah, it starts to get it on a bit. It was cool. I don't know if you guys knew that Screwed, because I was a judge for Screwed. Screwed did I don't know if you know this one, Kendo, a Rocket League fashion show.
Mm-hmm.
Did you heard of that? I know.
Oh yeah, I've seen a few.
Oh, so that's been done before. I thought it was doing something brand new.
Like with cars and stuff.
Yeah, they got like a certain amount of time. There's a theme. They got a certain amount of time to design their cars, the contestants, and then they drive the car out. Okay.
I have definitely seen it before. It hasn't been utilized the full on like the way it should be, but I definitely have seen a few fashion shows. It's not something that happens very often. It's new enough that you could definitely, put one on right now and lay claim to be like the fashion show expert of Rocket League.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I thought it was fun. Because as a person that doesn't know anything about really busy in creating cars and Rocket League and stuff like that, like I didn't know what's available for people to use and stuff like that. So that comes up their creativity. But you got to come on this competition. I didn't make the finals, but hopefully I'll be another judge again. Maybe a judge for the finals would be good.
So do you win clout? Is that what happens?
$100.
Wait, what? There's money involved?
Yeah, winner's $100.
Oh my!
Wow.
And each week, so each winner from each week goes to the grand finals. So they should be coming up soon, right?
Oh.
Because we've done 4 weeks now, I think.
We've only done 3 weeks, I believe. I was on number 3.
3 weeks, yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I got screwed
That's
over.
exciting.
That round right there screwed me over. And then I had the best round number 2, I feel like, but I came up like 3 seconds short or 4 seconds short or whatever. So like it wasn't the whole length of the clip. But that's another thing too that they're gonna work on as well, because we couldn't really tell how long the clips were type thing. So they're gonna try to fix that issue. And then you have
Well, you're not supposed to know. You gotta improv it.
Well, it was like they're trying to use a different type of service for it. It was what the thing is, to provide the clips rather than just like Discord. One more thing I think we were talking about as well. I can't remember exactly what it was off the top of my head, but yeah, I mean the show's gonna get bigger and better. I feel like it's really
are good.
fun.
People are starting to use props.
Oh
which
yeah,
I think, yeah, and we didn't even think. I didn't even think about using props at the very first round because I didn't even know what the hell was going on because they didn't tell me anything. But now you can get ready for your props. Put an outfit on, or use voice like what Crew did with a voice thing, a voice changer.
Yeah. He used a voice changer for one of his, and then his last round is where he absolutely killed it, in my personal opinion. He got like his garbage can and started rattling stuff, like mimicking the fall down the stairs, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's hysterical!"
His sound studio.
They thought it was like just a sound clip, but it was literally him rattling his garbage can.
Whatever you got to do to win, that's the thing, isn't it? Like you got to think outside the box. That's what they were saying.
Exactly, and that's.
I'd love to be part of that someday.
Yeah, you should, man. Like everybody should. Everybody that's a caster, because it's just great. It's just great.
It's just fun. Yeah, it's just fun. It puts you on the spot as well. It's something different. Yeah, improv. It's so funny.
Yeah, come this fall, I have a lot more time, so hopefully I can hop on in.
Because they can definitely do it. It'll get bigger and better. Yeah, but if it's like, because we're all used to casting the same thing over and over again. Of course, in this situation, you are against other contestants. You're being judged, and you have to cast some random video that you have no idea until they show you.
It's a different set of skills. It really is. It's a different set of skills. It definitely adds to that creativity.
And you can't be the same. Like I couldn't cast it my same voice over and over again. It ain't gonna work. Generally, won't work like that. You need to be different styles. Like do it in an eagle. Do it as a Chewbacca or something like that. I mean, think of how would Chewbacca cast it.
Yeah,
that's just improv. That's how you do it in improv.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, well, I gotta head out. Dinner's calling.
Yeah. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Good seeing you guys.
See you, Zach.
See you around. Have a wonderful night.
Oh, mercy. Yeah.
What are you looking at currently at the moment there, Kendo?
Well,
games?
I'm looking at what I would like to call out the University of Kansas for. You can't just lose to Texas. You have one game to get in to the Division II of Summer Series, and you lose to Texas. Like that.
Was it close?
Kind of. They were up 2-1.
So they couldn't handle the pressure.
They choked. They
Wow.
choked. They were choking.
Couldn't handle the pressure.
I can't believe it. Yeah. Now we're looking kind of at the bracketology going into summer series and researching. So that's kind of been the topic. We started out talking about broadcast headsets. After we ended up.
Yeah. Any recommendations on those? I see a lot of the people who have those headsets with the.
Sennheiser usually is the way to go for those. It's correct. Me if
I
I'm
do hear a
wrong.
lot of popping from some people, and I'm not quite sure if they're really that good.
I mean, Sennheiser is the one that the RLCS uses. So like their pros are all traveling with Sennheisers. Their mobile setups are all Sennheisers at that point. So me personally, I have a Audio-Technica BP1, and that is generally the one that I recommend to a lot of people, usually because it's like 200 to 280.
Yep.
I can actually throw it up.
I'm wearing a headset for the speakers, which I hate, but I can't do it when I'm wearing a top hat as well too. I have to wear earpieces.
Yes.
And they're too sweaty anyway where I am with the headsets. I hate wearing it all the time. But I use obviously a standalone microphone, separate microphone. But the casters that cast a lot of motor racing and stuff like that, they actually use those hand mics, the radio broadcast ones, which are about $1,000.
Yeah.
So show me this one that you're looking at.
This would be the one that I normally use for a lot of my professional broadcasts, the BPHS one. So,
And you don't get the popping sound on anything in that one either. Like,
yeah, not too often.
if you get too close.
But at the same time, I also try to tune mine fairly well.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a lot of sound tuning that you can put into any microphone and make it sound pretty stinking good.
It's an XLR as well too, right? So
yes, sir.
Do you need a cloud lifter with it or not?
No, not me.
No?
I
Okay.
didn't. But granted, I have a Go XLR that I pipe mine into. But
Yeah, okay.
I know that.
Yeah, as a caster, mate, you got to have a Go XLR. Everybody has to have the Go XLR.
Honestly, I was going to buy one, and then Bass on his tweet, I told him I was going to buy one, and he told me, Bass told me, he's like, I actually heard of a lot of people losing work because the Go XLR software was down or something like that. So
yeah,
I literally was going to buy one, and that's what he told me. Like, don't buy one if you have a chance. Like, buy Phantom Power type stuff.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem.
In all honesty, like they do have software problems every now and then. So I've never had it interrupt a gig, but it is. I've heard the same horror stories.
Mm-hmm.
I have had an update. I think it was an update one time, maybe a firmware update, and it screwed up all the settings. And I'm like, so that's typical with software, isn't it? It happens with games and stuff like that too. You get an update and it balls things up. So probably turn off the auto updates.
Yeah.
And people let you know that there's issues with it. Don't update it until they get another patch to fix it.
I personally like mine, but I also understand that just like any piece of equipment, one misupdated spot can very easily turn into a large $500 piece of garbage.
Yeah, well,
for
I
a short period of time.
I had a Behringer 8-channel mixer, like a regular, XLR mixer you'd use for concerts and stuff like that, which I still have. But it takes up a lot of desk space.
Mm-hmm.
And good, and you have to
Focusrite
tweak it all,
plug into my
obviously.
Behringer.
But the Go XLR is like much more tiny, compact, and do it all obviously with the software. But once again, you are putting all your faith in the software rather than the standalone mixer that I had is all knobs and stuff like that. So it just outputs it to the computer, and whatever it does. I don't have to worry about software. But it's a mix and match.
We ended up going on that topic just due in part to watching or rewatching the Danger Taco 19 Days Without Work tweet. Not sure you've seen that at all, but that one's pretty
what's
good.
happened? He's always working.
He is always
He's
working,
disgusting.
but at the same time, he's memeing too. So like, I
we
don't
need to
mind.
get Danger Taco in that competition as well. Somebody reach out to Danger Taco and ask him
he
to sign
won't
up for it.
go. He won't
think
go.
so.
Yeah, we can.
And there it is. Phase 2 has begun. The RPM has hit its high. The heat is at its peak, and it is the point of no return for any sticks of gum left in the khaki shorts within. Summer casual wear and a dryer sheet might have gone in the beginning of this process, but only regret they come out at the end. We have witnessed quite a lot here in this downtown Chicago afternoon commute. We have seen some honked horns, some missed turn signals, even SoundCloud rappers blasting their mixtape for all to hear. But we have yet to see anything truly reckless. And as I say that, here comes the BMW 5 Series slaloming through gridlock traffic with the confidence of an Olympian skier. Oh! That is a brutal miscalculation right into the back of the Ford Explorer. That is not going to come out easily, but I suppose on the BMW side, if you pay that insane amount for a car, your insurance is there to boot, and you might as well drive like a maniac. Peanut butter on unsalted rice cakes? It might be filling, but the satisfaction is lacking. I mean, when is the last time that you've seen a pantry with this much potential fail to show up come mealtime? A really long time.
Please hire me. I love it. He's such a performer.
He is.
Performer.
Literally.
He can act, and he can obviously cast, no problems. It's great. I have to see his. I didn't realize I haven't seen his casting reel and all that. I'm not even a subscriber. What's going on, Mr. Danger Taco?
Oh my.
How can I not be a subscriber? Oh, that was the jobless one, right?
What a dunk.
Yeah, that was. He's done a couple of them.
He should keep it up. It's quite entertaining.
That what he does is fantastic.
I saw the pictures of you and him in those events,
Oh mercy.
hanging out.
Like I appreciate the heck out of Jeff. He's he's probably the most successful person that I have ever had any opportunity to mentor, and I keep on telling him, it's like, you have done everything that you've done. He gives me too much credit, because a lot of what he does is all him. Extremely intelligent young man. And I say young man because the dude is spectacular over here working on doctorates while trying to commentate at a professional level.
Well, yeah, he's
I thought
literally
he was full-time caster, but he's not.
no. He's literally in school. Like, he's just finishing up his doctorate, I believe.
He finished up his master's degree in the last
Okay.
year and a half, 2 years, if I remember correctly. And yeah, he's like working on a doctorate. He's also the student teacher. So like he teaches undergrad classes as well, on top of everything else. So it's like he's dangerously intelligent. By the way, I thought I heard Seb. Seb, are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
How's it going?
Seb hasn't said anything.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm doing my rankings right now.
Yeah, we got Seb rolling up to RLCS Worlds, by the way.
Yes, sir. That should be fun.
I'm still trying to figure out what that gym equipment did to you.
Got in the way.
I can't believe it. How dare it?
Did that ticket? Does that gym equipment have a ticket for Worlds, or?
Not yet. I'll get him one.
I know a guy.
Gosh, I don't know what to do for this. Wait, Akron and Akron Gold.
There's a guy.
Who's on blue, dude?
Akron Blue's the top team.
Okay, and Taz. Okay, man, poor foul.
At the same time, Akron Gold is gonna be a really good team.
Yeah, that's why I'm putting them next to each other.
Let's go.
The thing is, we have more teams than we do ranks, so we have to kick some.
So are we all doing power rankings? Was that the thing right now?
Are we supposed to do ranking?
Yeah, I just finished mine, I think.
I'm behind.
Actually, I'm putting Columbia over Stockton.
Oof.
Ooh, that's a
Wait,
good take,
Jay left St. Clair? What?
Yep. Or where'd
Why
you
did
see
he
it?
do that?
He's going pro.
He's going. Wait a minute.
Well, like he's trying to just stick to professional.
Just sticking to most of the.
I mean, he's one of the players that can do it. He's already on
I was gonna say
prestige.
he
I
was on
agree.
Prestige. He was like the best player on Prestige, you know.
I agree, but at the same time,
yeah, I mean, like it sucks, but like
he didn't have a chance to play at CRL LAN, right?
you know,
no, he did. He did. He just didn't play in top 8 because he got COVID.
I
Yeah, that's what I'm
actually,
saying. He
I
got
actually
COVID, so-
appreciate the fact that he's doing it. Because
Yeah, I mean,
my criticism for since the beginning of time of like the Tristan case was, if you're Akron, are you really satisfied with getting maybe 40% of what Tristan's capable of? Because Tristan is focused more on United stuff. It was same thing, you know, same thing for LSU, same thing for everybody who's been in the professional collegiate scene.
I mean, like I think because he just hit rank X, his career is like on a upswing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a better time for him to like take advantage of that upswing.
Yeah.
So I understand it. You know, it sucks because I mean, there's some complications I can't really say because stream and stuff.
No, it's
but like
better definitely not to say them.
I think like it hurts obviously because Jay is probably the best player within like Canada that's playing collegiate, arguably.
Mm-hmm.
And so that leaves kind of like the A team for St. Clair in a bit of a bind because it's like, who are they going to set up for fall now that he's gone, because they don't really have a lot of time to recruit. Because most people who are like going to schools, like they're already committed, right? So
at the same time, green team looks pretty good right now. I mean, nobody is Jay, but the fact that those three made it and Gold didn't, pretty impressive in my book.
Yeah, that sucks. Nothing we can do. Just kind of roll with it. I know that how more good Canadian players coming up, and hopefully they'll find a good school to go to. So then more schools invest, but we'll see.
I was gonna say, as long as it wasn't he left because Comp forgot to take a shower. Beyond twice a month.
But I don't know, man. Yeah.
What do you mean? Twice a month? That's too much. You only need one a month.
Oh, well, that is true. That would be that would definitely sound like the proper numbers there.
Yeah.
I still love those videos. How many more of those do you have, by the way?
That was like my last one, but I could probably make more. I just have to dig through my footage to like find some content. But yeah, I just gotta take some time.
What videos? I haven't seen it.
They're like interviews that I did for CRL.
Oh, you'll have to share it. Sharing is caring.
Yeah, they're on my Twitter. Hold on. One sec. Let me just.
You can't be hiding stuff in here.
No, it's just there's a tweet I'm keeping track of. Just give me a second. I just see like a Fortnite player's setup get completely wrecked because by his dad. Hold on. Where can I put this? It's like general. I don't know.
Yeah,
that Fortnite setup thing is just ridiculous. I think I tweeted that out.
I put it general.
Put it general. It's related to casting.
Yeah, it's just so depressing, dude. Like, damn.
Yeah. I tagged Comp's dad inside that post too, because I was like, he's just so super supportive. I met him at LAN, and he's super supportive of his son, and just Comp's dad. I said Comp, sorry, Comp's dad, and super supportive of his kid and just how he backs his career and just everything he does and stuff is just really awesome to see. But I told that to all the parents. I talked to Chicago's dad, and I talked to Com's mom, and I talked to just what the heck's his name too on G2, his dad as well. I can't remember right now, but yeah, it's just
Nap dad.
yeah, Nap's dad. I think it was actually. What's his face's dad too from SSG, Reddles. So just all of them, just how supportive they are. It's like it's. I told them, I was like, it's so rare to have that backing because a lot of parents don't really know what to do with video games right now. So it's one of those question mark things. But when we were kids growing up, I mean, at least for me, it was esports wasn't what it was today. It really wasn't.
Yeah.
So it's really good to see the change right now and have the backing of the parents and stuff because that's what's needed. But to see something like that just breaks my heart because I'm always a firm believer of telling my kids in particular, like, follow whatever makes you happy in this world. But I'm gonna do my best to try to help you out with that.
Yeah, it's pretty shit because it's just like, it's just like, what does that do for the future for the kid?
Mm-hmm. You're going to tarnish your kid's his life at that point.
Yeah.
Because of what reason? You asked him to get off of Fortnite and he didn't because he was playing in a tournament, Fortnite Championship Series.
Yeah.
To potentially win money,
Yeah, Fortnite's massive.
In all honesty, Fortnite is actually impressively large at the moment.
Exactly.
I mean, they filled out a whole stadium in New York and shit like that. One of my buddies that does some marketing company or something like that, a gaming thing, always goes to those events traveling around the world. And I see all those pictures and shit like that. I'm like, holy shit. Stadiums full of people. So
yeah,
crazy.
Fortnite was in my personal opinion, the revolutionary, like the pioneer to get things going to where they are now in esports because of how big Fortnite became. Giving out millions of dollars for cash prizes, and especially an individual cash prize for something like Booga, that won $3 million, so I really feel
they spared no expense in those stadiums, mate. The way they look good,
exactly,
the lighting, and getting all the right crew and setting it all up and hyping it up for weeks and weeks in advance. It's like a proper fucking. I think it was more popular than a lot of the sporting events in the States.
Yeah, and I would say arguably, yeah, for sure. And not only that, but it's all different walks of life that people are going. Kids, parents, grandkids, things of that nature. It's whereas it's very comparable to sports in America.
It's a family event. Yeah, exactly. So I don't so yeah, parents and stuff like that can go. I can take my kids and go there and stuff like that, rather than typical like college football matches or something like that where it's a rowdy crowd and fights and shit like that.
A drunken fest. Yeah, exactly. They don't want to take their kids because they're tailgating, But yeah, I love Fortnite for everything that they did for the esports.
And Rocket League will probably get there, won't it? I mean, it's still growing pretty quickly, isn't it? Still.
Rocket League, I think, is going to surpass that one day just because of the world scene that Rocket League is on.
Yeah.
Any ideas, guys, when they're going to use the Unreal Engine 5 on that one? Because the Unreal Engine 5 has been out for about a month and change now, 2 months probably.
I think that's pure speculation.
I think everybody is waiting for that day. Like, that is the question on everyone's mind collectively.
Yeah.
There's not a lot they have to change because Rocket League's not that, graphically intensive like the other.
Freaking beep boop, change engine done.
Well, apparently, from what I heard, wasn't there like, oh my goodness, hit the ball backwards. Wasn't there like a job opening a while back ago for somebody to just code the Rocket League old files over into Unreal Engine 5? So that's why a lot of people are starting to hype around it.
It's like
people will do it.
Just a job.
People will do it, mate. The fanatics.
It was listed just for that.
Nice.
And fan created stuff most of the time is usually pretty good.
I mean, fan created stuff for Rocket League, the maps, Fortnite created stuff as well. And it's the community needs to be incorporated somehow better for both games.
I agree. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back later.
All right, brother. Much love.
The bathroom will use you.
It's when the protein be kicking you, guys.
Well, yeah, but at the same, I don't know how to feel like the bathroom using what? What? Wait a minute. What kind of R.L. Stein goosebumps are we talking about here? Bathroom
what are you
uses
talking
you in Soviet Russia. Wait a minute. Never mind.
All right, Texas Motor Speedway is done.
Texas Motor Speedway.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm grabbing all the logos from all the tracks, and they're so small and shitty on Google Images. So I'm gonna have to trace them and do all that sort of crap for a video that I'm making for a league. An introduction. So.
Speaking of that, maybe I should break into your DM to me.
Me?
No.
No, don't worry about it, mate. I already got a lot of feedback and stuff like that from it. I ran out of breath. It was improv that I doubled up the intro twice. I did another intro before that, and then it all just kerfuffled. You know, live entertainment when you're doing the directing, broadcasting at the same time as you're casting, and then you make a mistake, and then you're like, and then I was like out of breath at that point towards the end. I couldn't pronounce my name properly and shit like that. But no, I got a lot of pointers. Probably just say the exact same thing that most people have told me, which is fine.
I mean, a lot of it is pre-prep. Like, that's the easy answer for me.
I know. I would like to, mate, but I was rushing to get all the graphics done in time, and then I was like, I haven't got my notes yet. And it was too late.
Oof.
I couldn't even write my notes down, so I just improvised it all from my head. And that's
Like,
fine until you start stumbling over your words, and then you're going,
Oh, yeah, I've had a couple of... Another fun thing would be is if they let you have those segments be pre-recorded.
Yeah, they would for sure, because I'm creating all the graphics from them anyway. They're always like, "Oh wow, we didn't even expect this." But it's weird because every time I have tried to pre-record stuff, I need to talk obviously to my coach about it, but I just kerfuffle it even more. I just make mistakes too much, and I go, "Okay, another cut, do it again. Screwed up, another cut, do it again. Screwed up, another cut." And after like 30 minutes, I'm like, you know what? I could just do this live and probably do better than what my 50 cuts that I just did before.
Like I've had multiple contracts where I've done voiceover for whether it be highlights or just basically a reel of what was going on, kind of similar to what I've seen Spaceman do on his Twitter for like plays of the week. But almost local news. Here's the sports clips style moments. But the one thing I would say most consistent, I like to prep it. I like to feel out the timing of different things. But generally, at the end of like an hour, I have a product that I feel very confident in.
Okay.
So like I agree with you. It's something that I like to hammer out. And pre-practicing it, making sure that I have that hour where I'm going to be comfortable enough with it, going through the timing, going through the moment by moment.
And that would also help, right? I mean, let's say, for example, if you're doing a live event and you're going to be broadcasting it, and then they're going to say, here are the graphics in advance, so that when they do cut to that scene, you can just just read it out. You can also be doing that practice as well too, like over and over again. You're just gonna reread a script per se of what's already in your head.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pre-recorded, so different. I'm just like full on into more live these days than anything that's recorded, because I feel that the more you do it live, of course, the more you gotta just work through your errors, your mistakes, and your problems, and just continue and keep going. When you got the ability of pre-recording something, you can always just I'll stop, and then I fucked it up, and then I'll just go back and fix it. That's something you do really great when I listen to your casting, mate. I don't, even if you do, I don't think I even do. You make a mistake every once in a while. You don't trip up over your words, and you kind of just you've spoken about this before, haven't you? You slow down and then just think of pause or something for a second, and then just continue the flow.
I mean, never be afraid to pause yourself. There are times where you can pause yourself too long, and it becomes awkward. that also being said, you can get to the point where you're so comfortable with it, you could completely ship the bed through Kmart and you still feel somewhat okay with the product that you put out. I would say I'm beyond the point where I get upset with myself in that moment, but there was a time where I would become upset with myself in the moment if I had too long a pause, etc. It would almost become something that would affect my commentary for the next 2 to 5 minutes until I completely built a bridge and got over it.
Exactly. That's why you're a professional.
Let's see here. I definitely need to continue to do some of the improv devices that Ingrid gave us. Like some of that was really good.
For the what's in the box,
Mhm.
I do that one a lot before I cast, and then the hands on my head.
Yeah.
I actually do that quite a bit if I'm not obviously doing any controls. And a few other things, exactly. Breathing, I'm trying to do a little bit more. She's told me to breathe a little bit more straight and breathe. I'd really like to stand, but
I would
all
love
my
to
screens
stand.
are in the wrong place to stand. It's just too hard.
I would love to be able to stand.
Just gotta get that. You just gotta get that
Most of the
standing
casters, as you
desk.
know, they cast in actual, sporting events and stuff like that. Live, there's usually one's usually standing, one's usually sitting somewhere along the line. Depends if they're on TV or not.
It does depend. A large percentage of the folks on the RLCS side are standing now, which is really fantastic. I enjoy watching it.
Yeah, you gotta, if you can, it's always going to be better because there's never going to be slouching.
This last event, they were all sitting, actually.
Really?
Desk, yeah, the desk, not the casters, the desk.
Oh no, but no, I was referring to the actual commentators, but yeah, for the desk, I can see a little bit more of the sitting, just relaxing a little bit, enjoying having fun.
If the video's not on you, you could stand, right? Especially at that, if you're at a live event, you can stand back as long as you can see the screen. If you're not doing any broadcasting,
here's the interesting thing. At LA Land, they had the TVs on the ground level, and I saw some casters crouching, like to look at the gameplay. Yeah,
that's interesting.
I actually have a picture of us behind the screens at LA Land because I asked for permission to go down there. So it was really weird, especially somebody being as big as I am, like having to look down like that in order to like watch the actual gameplay would be pretty bothersome.
It'll hurt your neck. That's what you have to stand back and have a bigger monitor.
All right, I have to bounce out though. You guys have fun.
100%. Appreciate you being here. Looking forward to this weekend. Gonna be fun.
All right, brother.
Later. Sorry, I had to hit the dump button because I was
I'm surprised there should be more people taking advantage of this casting workshop. I kind of really surprised that there's opportunities to learn and ask questions and stuff. And people are serious of casting out there, and I'm quite surprised they're not here to learn because, as you know, good luck trying to find anybody to help you out with casting online. Not many.
Well, I mean, I think knowing that it's consistent is a huge thing. What I want to do is try to get it to the point where I have a monthly, really highly programmed out casting workshop, like the time we had Floms doing the color commentary workshop. I want to try to do that once a month and bring somebody else in who has a lot to say on the topic, is fairly opinionated, and then we can all just bounce off of each other and make, add to the story that is right before us, rather than, what we're doing right now. But at the same time, what we're doing right now, I truly think has its place. And having a smaller crowd, a little bit more intimate a feel, and then being able to take the conversation wherever we decide to take the conversation Something that you're not going to get in very many places.
Right.
Hi,
Okay,
Kendo.
yeah.
Hi, Biggles.
Hey, what's
Hello.
up?
Who's here?
Just popping in. Chicksa! Jesus
Chicksa, sorry.
Christ! Biggles,
didn't
I'm
see-
offended!
I heard your name
Stabbed
for a
in
second,
the
and I'm like,
heart.
okay, but
He didn't remember me!
your acting's good. That's about a 9.5 out of 10 there. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're going to get 11.5. Although the echo chamber you're in, a little bit loud.
I can't do anything about it. I've filled stuff in this room. I'd have to buy pads, but I'm only here for another month, so there's no point.
Let's see here. But yeah, no, we're just hanging out. We've gone over quite a few different things. I'm actually
popping in to say hi. I wasn't gonna stay for too long.
Well, hello.
Kinda tired
And
with
then
work.
What have you been? What have you been up to, Chicks? Though.
I don't know. Couple of casting things here and there.
You're still casting and like school, work, all that sort of jazz. What's happening?
Oh
there?
yeah, I'm working 40 hours a week on my internship right now at Bell Helicopter in Texas. So
Oh, nice. Can you fly?
yeah. No, but I've been on a helicopter.
I have seen it in your Twitter or something. I saw some pictures of you. You had something on a helicopter. I saw.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. They gave me 2 verbal entry-level offers the other day. So I will have a job before I even graduate.
What will you be doing
Nice.
specifically for them?
So I'm a mechanical engineering major, and I'm specified in aerospace. I'm minoring in communication, which surprisingly they're more impressed with than my bachelor's, but whatever. So I'm currently right now in manufacturing innovation. So I am basically on secretive stuff because I can't talk about anything I do. But
okay.
no, I can't. I can't tell anything.
Engineering secret is patent.
Just finding ways to increase our production rates in either more quality ways, quicker ways, more cost effective, stuff like that. I have 2 really cool projects that I'm working on that I can't talk about, which makes me super sad, but it's been really cool. My team is fantastic. Same with my supervisor. So
I'll give you access to the Google AI bots back end if you want, and you can just put all the information in that, and it'll just figure it all out for you if you want.
no.
It'll just crunch the numbers.
I haven't even told my boyfriend, my parents. Like I haven't told anyone anything. It's kind of no, I can't. It's all proprietary,
NDA.
confidential. Yeah, it's technically government. So
yeah,
and I'll hunt you down.
Some of it's commercial.
So here's the deal. You can tell me. You can tell me after you've killed me.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, the government will kill you once they find out and look and read through these audio logs.
Exactly.
And then, find out, and then they'll hunt you down. Where's Kendo gone? Kendo's missing. Chicks is missing. What happened?
Oh no!
Strangely, after that conversation, that she was talking about some secrets with the company.
Yeah, my technical position title is so an intern, but it's to lead research projects and develop creative, innovative, and technical solutions and problem solving related to advancing technologies in composite component manufacturing, surface treatment, non-destructive testing, and advanced vertical lift concepts. That's my
is that what you say when you're traveling? Stuff like that. So what do you do? And you're like, okay, sit back for a second. Say that again.
Pretty much. Because I can't talk about projects, even to outside jobs. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. But
so what do you do at your current job? Prospective job interview. I can't tell you. I'd have to kill you first.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I guess.
I might use that. I might use that next.
That's classified. Sorry, that's classified information.
I, man. I signed an agreement, an NDA. I can't describe it. So, and they say, can you say anything what you do? I'm like, no. Put it this way: I go to this place and I do work and I come home. That's it. Everything in between that, I can't tell you.
I can tell you that it requires 3 levels of clearance.
Yeah.
And not the overhead type.
But I have a question. Do they give you free food in the cafeteria?
No, we don't get free
No?
food in the
You have to get your
cafeteria.
own food. Okay.
I mean, I normally just bring a little something. I don't eat a lot during the day,
So
and
it's
then
not
I'll
like
eat
a
when I'm
Google or
home.
an Apple office or any of that sort of stuff where you get taken care of.
I mean, you get paid good, but it ain't like a Google engineer or anything that good. They get paid like ridiculous amounts.
Yeah, but they live on the campus as well too. It's just that they want them to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a woman, they'll even freeze your eggs and stuff like that, so you can have your babies after your 30s. They do, because they don't want. They've offered all that stuff for free.
Oh my.
Need to bring up the Newt Newt music again. Anyway, it's not as out there as some of the Ingrid content that we had 2 weeks ago. Oh man, we were pushing some levels there.
So yeah, I've been working, which is exciting, and then I cast with Kendo next
When did
week.
you cast a kid? Oh, you can't. I was gonna say because college
Yeah,
carnival's
yeah.
starting up again now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So I get that in
It's
a week and a
it's my
half.
one assignment on the summer series, so
And he does it with me.
I
Why would
owed
he
you.
waste it?
Wow.
Why waste it on me? Next one.
I
I don't know.
owed you one.
No, it's okay.
My last
Yeah.
one with you, I absolutely
But-
bounced.
Yeah, it's okay.
Do they mix it up like so that you're mixing up the casters, like kind of what you do in United Rogue, as well? You're mixing up the casters so you have different people working together and see how it gels, and the same people over and over
Yeah.
again.
A little bit.
I mean, Kendo tries to also just make a good performance, so he'll choose two people that'll fuse meshes with over like variety.
I
Yeah.
think he could mash with anybody. He couldn't mash with somebody that I talk like this during the whole cast, and this is the only tone.
We don't tend to hire too many people of that variety. We don't have very much monotone nowadays. But like
What are you talking about?
like our day one is literally gonna be Taco, Bass, and Rome. Throw in Floms as well. It's like Taco Floms is going to be the most analytical pairing in the history of Rocket League.
I gotta get a chance to cast with him one day too. That's what I want to cast. I want on my bucket list to cast with people.
That's tough, but give it a
They're
go.
great. You're talking about an A-list of casting names there across the board. You mentioned.
Yeah, Bass and Rome.
Bass, yeah.
Like they wanted.
I want to cast with Bass so bad so we can throw back because one of my first gigs was with Bass over a year ago and we just have not gotten paired up all of AAA. And it has been so sad. For some reason, it just never works. And it's so sad because I haven't casted with him in over a year. So...
Oh yeah, Chicksa, you need to do if you have time that this the cast off competition that people have been doing. Hopefully, Kendo might be doing it. If they reach out.
That's like kind of
cast-off.
earlier in
Yeah,
the
you saw
day,
that.
and with me being Central Time now, it's a little rough
I'm on
since I'm
Central?
always but it's always an hour behind, and I work a 980 schedule, so I work 9-hour days Monday through Thursday, so I'm not getting home until like 6:40 Eastern.
That's actually probably not a bad idea if they start the new season. They will start a new season off. Is to do two. Do one earlier and do one later or something, or on different days or something. So you can cover the people in Europe and you can cover the people more in the States, you know? It might be an idea. I'll throw that in suggestions.
I announced my live casting gig today.
It is early. I didn't realize the other day because
cool.
Screwed was like, hey, come and watch it because I'm going to be in a contestant. I'm like, okay, great. And I was like thinking that it's about 7 p.m. my time. And it was like 5. And I was like, oh, shit, I missed it.
I don't know. I've been up to
It
a
has
couple
to be
cool
earlier
things.
for the Europeans. That's the thing.
That's cool.
And the Europeans are now on their summer vacation, right? I believe. So
No clue.
that's what I heard today. I was like, why are the numbers down on some of the other leagues and stuff? They're like, oh, because they're on a summer break. I'm like, ah.
Okay.
When's
let's see.
you are starting up again? When's United Rogue starting up again?
This week.
Oh, okay. So it's all the shit starting up again.
Nice.
Good question. This week, week 1 is upon us. But I thought you were taking a break. Question mark, Biggles?
You know what? I did want to, because I wanted to do all the stuff around the yard and build a hydro generator and all that sort of shit, right? And then it's like every day's just been rain. I'm kind of like going, well, I'm sitting inside again and I can't go out and do the things I wanted to do. So I'm like, well, maybe I should just pause this taking a break until it's dry season here and then just continue to do what I'm doing now. I wanted to do it, but I just couldn't. I was like plan my day to go build stuff and all that sort of stuff. And it was like rain. And then stops raining at nighttime. And I'm just like, well, I'm inside. So I was kind of like, well, I think I probably was jumping the gun a little bit too much on that. And I should just hold off until the dry season and then take a break. And that'll be around Christmas anyway. So I figured that's probably what I need to do. Because, yeah, there's no point.
Yeah, I'll bother
can't do anything inside.
Storm
Outside.
and Shackles then to make the Beyond Ranked, and I'll make a reaction, and we'll figure out who we got.
All right.
One.
I gotta get a cam. I still haven't got my friggin' cam. I can use my phone. I gotta get cam thing sorted out too. It's just wearing the top hat and my suit gets quite hot. I had to put the earpieces in, but I'll do it.
You don't,
I don't cam
need
without
to
my top
wear
hat on.
a top hat and suit, Biggles, on camera.
Or a jacket at least. Yeah.
Oh
You gotta stick with
my
it. It's like Kendo of his
God.
glasses. You gotta stick with it. That's now your trademark, and that's what people are used
I
to.
honestly think Kendo wears those like 24/7. Do you not, Kendo?
I do actually. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
The only
that's
time I
like-
take them off is when it's time for bed or if I'm taking a shower, obviously. But
You shower with those glasses. You're like, no, I'm gonna keep
there
them on.
actually there are a couple pair that are waterproof, and I will shower with those. Like
There you go.
Like they're all water resistant, but at the same time you put the water on them, things are more liable to break down faster. There's a couple of them that are, just straight up mostly plastic, and I'll wear those in the stinking shower. I don't care.
You gotta sell them when you go to events. I think, like, here you go, just have them in the plastic there. And, like,
I
you
will
look
be
at your name, like,
perfectly
Kendo
honest.
Special.
I talk more about Theraspecs than I do myself at times. It is arguably about the same. If I could have my own like little creator code through them, I guarantee I could bring at least a couple people.
Go straight
to
to the
them for
Chinese
business.
factories, mate. I've done this before. Go straight to Chinese factories and get your own branded, your own product branded, made, packaged. Order a couple of thousand of them. Have them, sent over to you, and then you can just
I
sit
want
there
like
and
a
sign them.
copyright breach or
sell 'em.
trademark breach.
China doesn't care, mate. Sorry, they don't care at all.
Actually,
I mean, yeah, granted. I mean, just change the style a little bit, or something like that. It's not like you're trying to mass sell them to everybody. You're just gonna sell them at an event.
here's what we're gonna do. We are the rest of this is going to be Alibaba searching for glasses.
Exactly.
We're gonna make our own. Say
I
Alibaba.
used
We
to
got
in Australia. I sold undercar lights and all those lights and
got-
stuff like that in the cars, and people were selling neons, and the stores were selling for like $500, and I'd be buying these whole kits for like 40 from the Chinese manufacturer.
see here. We got
And I was like, "Can
Renton
you do the box art?"
sunglasses.
And they did the box art for me, and then it was awesome. They were really easy to work with. Like, no middleman, just
No,
me. them.
you need like the cheap ones. Can you sort from low to high?
You can, but you have to buy like.
Oh,
you
wait
have
a
to buy,
minute,
like,
wait a
1,000
minute.
or something like that too. I think like a
Wait a
minimum.
minute.
order.
We can go full Patrick Mahomes over here.
Oh, they come in
Mate,
different
and
colors.
Trust me, these companies are very flexible, mate. You realize that they will change up things if you want. They're not straight off. You have to buy exactly what you see. If you say, you obviously have to order more. But if you say I want a little bit of modification to it, they did. They did it with products that I was
Oh,
selling
look
in
at that.
Australia. I was like, don't mod it.
Don't
It has to be the red. It has to be the Kendo red or something.
Oh
and
yeah. Look at it. Oof.
They will even probably print on the side of the arm your
Ah.
logo if you want.
Wait a
They would
minute.
do shit
Wait a
like
minute. Here we go. Here we go.
Valentine's Day
Oh, yeah.
special.
The Valentine's Day special
Hey.
Kendo glasses. There you go.
that.
Now we know what we're looking for. Yeah, now in blue. For when you're listening to Eiffel 65, now available in blue.
Do they sell Rocket League merchandise at these events that you guys go to? Because I'm curious, like, is there any hats with like a Rocket League hat thing?
I mean, DreamHack sell DreamHack logo things. There isn't too many Rocket League logos.
See, there you go. There's a market. I'm gonna turn up with a stand full of Rocket League shit that people could wear and have, and you could be on a bit of a. If there's thousands of people attending an event, that's probably like an easy 5K worth of sales.
Between my regular job and casting, I don't want another side job.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
Oh, that cowboy hat. Oh my god.
That's it. That would suit your glasses, mate. The red cowboy hat
Oh,
there
yeah.
with the glasses on. Yep.
He wore
I
a
can
light up one
definitely
at
see
DreamHack.
Speaking of which, I need to work on making sure that I have that fixed. Sadly, I took the hat to camp, and one of the kids ended up breaking it. Or breaking the wire, so I need to rewire my hat. Who says that? Yeah, I gotta rewire my hat. See
I know,
here.
Kendra, you're a special one. In a good way.
Oh yeah, very special. Very nice, very special evil. I mean, yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's enough for the Alibaba search. I'm so far off the rails, it's not even funny tonight. I may actually end it early, depending upon if anybody has a topic they want to talk about for the next 30 minutes. Because I'm...
Yeah, I would like to discuss with Chixa what kind of detailed information she's doing at work.
Oh.
No, I can't.
Yeah, we are now grilling Chixa for information.
No, it's funny. They scared me when we came in too. They're like, there might be people that come up to you and threaten you for your information. So be ready. So I have a mace on me.
AKA Big Hills and Kendo.
You can't mace us over the internet! Ha! Take that! Ha
Oh my god.
All right, yeah, you're right. I'm about to go anyway because I'm now going to do the sound part of the video editing that I'm doing, which means I'll be able to hear anything you guys are saying. So,
okay.
pictures are done.
I'm looking
what
forward to
video
the next
editing
one.
Are you doing?
I'm making an introduction for a iRacing league, so I had to load into the iRacing, take a recording of the tracks and some cars going around, stuff like that, and then do that for every one of the tracks, and then get the logos, and I'm going to put it all together with the music, and yeah, that's
It's a
about it.
great reminder that I still need to work on a reel.
Yeah,
Before
I'm
Kendo
saying,
verbally
update my
kills
reel,
me.
I'll just F1. Oh, that's the other thing. Don't look at that.
Oh yeah, we're looking at it right now.
Do you like I used the video of a Le Mans, an old school Le Mans,
Yeah?
some dude going around it in the whatever it was days. It cleared all the copyright because that video I made too there was using an old theme like
Imagine
song and then changing.
Imagine
sound
caster
effects.
introductions like this.
Oh my god, yes! Yes!
We literally got Biggles with his top hat.
Yeah. I could probably, get a little bit more familiar with the program. So it's just time, if you can do it in 5 minutes or you do it in 5 hours.
Did you edit this all yourself?
I edited a lot of things. Most of those are already pre-created video, but I edited it. And the sound effects aren't, they're not in the video. I added all them. I didn't match them perfectly. I could go back and change it. I couldn't be bothered.
What do you mean? This looks so good. What the heck?
Yeah, I'm using bits of snippets and cutting and, it's like, because the whole thing has to avoid copyright. Because the song is from a band. I can't even remember the name of the band is actually now. And then, see, when the cars went over the chicane and stuff like that, I had to find the sound effect of the car going over chicane. All that just takes time. Car sliding, the skid sounds. I didn't use lightning sounds if I could have there too. It's all just time. See that car sliding there? And then I faded it early here. That's probably not a good idea. It was faded too early. Because it's supposed to be a cutscene to the race introduction. Well, this time
which is
around,
coming
I
up
can get the
now.
right introduction
I
graphics,
had
and
to
the
find
right
all the
introduction to graphics,
videos
of
for
course,
this.
will be here in Austria. The Red Bull Arena. Welcome along. Sim Racing Center presents you some esports social racing here at Austria, where it's the home of Mozart, Strauss, Beethoven, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and even the old Toto Wolff comes from these neck of the woods here. The sound of music will be ringing in the ears of these drivers this evening as they're going to be making their
After
way
that, I
around the
just
Red
stuffed
Bull
it up.
Arena. Qualifying is
What's up?
after that, I stuffed it up. But the intro was good. That was all improv, of course. But like, because I was like going sound. I know that the Sound of Music was filmed here.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I
It's
used the
over.
Sound of Music and Mozart and Beethoven and all that sort of stuff
Oh,
came
yeah.
from Austria. They're getting in a formation lap.
Yeah, I'm not that
And
good.
I was out of time too because what's happening at the moment is the drivers are actually on a formation lap, so you can't see them because I'm talking during the formation lap. They go around the trio. They come out of the garages. They go around the track once, and then they line up on the grid to start the race.
Mm-hmm.
And I trying to go through this video thinking I'm running out of time. I'm looking at the track map going, they're starting to approach this final corner. So I got to speed things up, but I can't because
Yeah.
the video is preset. And because I screwed up the start of the video of when I was supposed to start it earlier. Yeah. So that's why towards the end of it, when the track map comes up and stuff, which I created, I kerfuffled it and started making mistakes. And then I had to speed through it pretty quickly. But it got there right on time, actually, believe it or not. Got there on time.
So this sculpture kept the anatomy, I might add.
Oh, yeah?
Kept the anatomy of the bull.
It's a 95-pound friggin' bull that took a year and a half or something like that to construct because it's the Red Bull ring.
Well, yeah, but
in Austria.
like I've seen,
And it looks good.
I've seen a great many bull sculptures. Not too many of them do they keep the full-size anatomy.
Quite sure we're going to get enough time because of my little kerfumbling of
Now
the
I'm just
double
going
start there, but
mad
this is the
talking
Red
about time.
I created this track map thing, which it took me a while. It was unfortunate that I couldn't get through it because I had ding sounds for each of the sectors and whooshing sounds and shit that
Oh yeah.
but then again, you know, I now have it. I can reuse it again and
Yeah.
again. Bull Arena track that I'll show you up right now, of course. 2.7 miles and a lot just basically
Right
10
now, see, I'm getting
turns.
going.
I know exactly sector 1, sector 2, sector 3. There's 10 turns. There's 8 to your right and 2 to your left. See, I could say it right now, but I didn't do it when I was casting it at the time because I was just thinking about other shit.
You were actually in your head.
Yeah,
Very
I was in my head.
obviously.
You're right. Yeah. To one,
Started
sector 2,
strong
and
and
sector 3. There's 3. You also have 3 DRS zones. Gonna have about 20 something unchanged laps. Lap
20
record was set
something
by
laps.
Carlos Sainz back in 2020. As your DRS zones, drivers are making their way around the formation lap at the moment, and of course the tire compounds that we're going to see will be your softs, mediums, and hards. No rain. We'll show that in a second. What drivers will be starting on? We being myself, Biggles, and the rolling Rutanius
there.
will be with me this evening, mate. As
I called him
Yes,
Rolling
lining up
Rotanius
right now.
because he busted his foot. He broke his, fractured his foot or whatever playing soccer, so he's in a cast. And I'm going with that, of course, because he's in a wheelchair essentially at the moment.
The rolling Rotanius. There you go.
But if you play, it's to the end
I've
there.
had a
I had a
look at
little
the
graphic that
tires,
comes across at the bottom.
and it's
You
quite
see it in a second.
interesting to see. Nobody's chosen to
not
start
a
on the
regular car. He
softs,
doesn't
it's all
cast usually. He
mediums or
runs the league.
hards. But it's gonna be exciting at the front because we have the M guy.
But
and
I
the
made
mediums.
this
I
little
expect him to have a banger at the
sliding
start
graphic that
right
goes
there.
across the bottom. See, commentators? And that was it.
To
Really.
beat those
And
hard
then live
runners, and
pictures
of
of the game.
course, as Rishan wrongly puts.
But you
his
see how
car,
I got it just in time
on
for the
grid.
fucking.
So he's gonna be back a
grid to
little bit,
start.
but it's always interesting to see where the guys
Anyway.
park that car.
That's the difference between Rocket League, you know, usually you have a producer that says, okay, you're ready to go, you go, and so you have time to do it. But when this racing stuff happens, you've got formation laps at different times and tracks. So
I need to double check to see if F1 is covered under the Origin EA monthly subscription now.
I don't think it is. You have to buy the game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they still make
have
you
to
buy
the
it
game,
separate.
It's like $60 or something like that, man. Well, it's still relatively new.
It's expensive, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I can let you get to that. You were definitely in your head though.
iRacing. That's even more
Like
expensive.
scrap it mentally.
Yeah.
come back to it.
And I've done it a million times, but because I was, that's fine. I know exactly how to deliver it better next time. Stuff because once again, I didn't have my notes ready. That was the problem. I didn't have my notes to go through my head what I was going to say because I just finished up the graphics, and then I was too in my head with that. But it's the crucial thing is knowing where you went wrong and how to improve it next time.
Well, not only that, but I think it's a perfect illustration of we've heard you on those kill it with notes. The difference between somebody with notes and preparation versus somebody who's flying by the seat of their pants or might be a little bit behind. Like, if you have your notes, you make one single mistake, you go back to your notes, you reset yourself, you're perfectly fine. You never even acknowledged your mistake at that point. And we never had to hear the word kerfuffle for the 27 and a half time.
I've been told that a million times and I still get it in my head, but you're right.
There's nothing wrong.
Because usually when I do have notes, I do make mistakes when I'm doing these introductions, but I have so many notes that I skip through and go back to something, and maybe one line or two lines that I go, okay, well, this will fit in the amount of time that I have, rather than a paragraph that won't fit.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of it. That's what I've heard too.
It's the one thing I love about preparation.
Yeah, the preparation. Yeah, the main guy that cast the F1, David Croft, has been doing it for some time now. Apparently, the girl that I casted with the other day that was in a competition that she got to meet them. She said one thing that surprised her was he has this little book and he has all these notes of all the casting he does every single event, and he has that book with him. We mentioned this before, didn't we? I think.
Oh yeah,
the workshop.
we've had a complete monologue on this for like an hour. Like my wife despises the fact that it seems like it's unorganized chaos, because if they're not stacked, they're literally all over my desk. But I have 3 active notebooks right now. There's also an extra notepad for if I'm doing like something that's on the fly and I'm just taking quick notes, like I still, every single time I commentate a Rocket League game, will at the bare minimum write in the 2 names of the team side by side, and then I will do the actual scores and shot counts. And then on either side, I'll end up writing, if I see a specific moment that I want to talk about, like a linchpin analytical spot that I can come back to, I'll write it down on that team's side. So it's like, see, and we'll just take this off of the notes that I have right here. Say, for instance, I have escape velocity versus gentleman, but I got on escape velocity. Centric just had the worst missed rotation you could possibly imagine. And it's happened multiple times now. The issue is the opposing team hasn't punished it yet. And I say yet because that's the type of mistake that doesn't go unpunished very often. Just a little point like that. Save it in my back pocket for later, like if I end up seeing it. So that's just the bare minimum of notes that I would do, taking active notes rather than having talking point notes that I would go through.
I have a question because it came up the other night when I was casting a Ranked Hoops Rocket League, actually. And you get these teams that I know that are going to whitewash, really. Okay, they're going to beat. And I'm trying to hype the shit out of the underdog team, per se, to try to build the entertainment up to go, because you want the underdog really to bring it and not have a game. What do you do in a situation where you do have this like completely one-sided, match where I know, probably the audience know, but how do you don't want to say it, how do you find the way of entertaining something about that? If you know the results are going to be, team's going to kick the other team's ass.
Okay, so if you are in the first match of, like, say, a best of 5 series, and it's already that obvious, you have a little bit of storyboard building to do. Because you can play the underdog team up as an underdog. focus on, okay, you've gotten used to the pace. Now let's see if you can implement little changes here or there in order to, make this all happen. And then if you want to focus on one thing, focus on that one thing. And that's where the analytical side does come in handy. If there is one thing that is drastically missing and it's that obvious, be like, hey, this is the one thing that if they can change, bring this, implement in game number 2, you're going to be looking at a much closer score line, and you can build momentum up from there.
Ah, good idea. Yeah, that's where I'm going wrong. I'm not making these notes from that analytical data.
So yeah, part of it is analytics. Like if you can analyze, okay, this is what a team is doing wrong, and that really this is where a lot of commentators, you can have everything right in commentary. You could have the voice, you could have the rhythm, the flow. If you don't understand the game, you lose more than half of what you could have put out.
Yep. Okay.
So growing an understanding, growing an analysis of the game is really important. And really, it's something that takes as much, if not more time than actually growing your flow and growing your sound. Like both are very active, you learn as you go things. So the good news is,
which is what I'm doing. I'm learning, because you guys have casted a zillion times before, but I start now playing it by eye, going, well, that passing play looks good. It looks like they're working together. Obviously, it's scoring. So even if I don't know too much about how specifically why it's working, I'm still just reading out the fact that it is working. And usually the other caster, as you know, would have more of a technical knowledge or a long history of what those players are, how they manage to achieve them and stuff.
Well, yeah, and that's where having somebody who you can key off of who knows what they're talking about is always a very good thing.
You have to. You can't have two people who have no idea about the shit casting.
But, I mean, you can if they're experienced. Like I'm not saying this as a knock, but there was the UGC high school championship, and 3 people that I really respect were on that. J Turbo, Septilence, and Door. Of those 3, Septilence has the most experience in Rocket League, but none of them have Rocket League as a main game.
Oh, okay.
So what they were bringing to the table was not the best in Rocket League analysis, but because of their rhythm, their tempo, their pacing, because of the sound being refined, it wasn't that bad off. If anything, it worked out very well because they were able to take a moment where it was a need to be more of a teach the game of Rocket League, and they were able to put it into the perspective of somebody else who was also kind of a beginner at Rocket League. And like I said, I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination to offend them. All 3 of those commentators are spectacular at what they're doing.
Constructive criticism, absolutely, for sure.
Like,
yeah.
And if not for the fact that I'm a professional Rocket League caster, and I'm looking at it from the perspective of, okay, here's a lot of different things that they could have done better here, and I'm voicing that from experience. I look at the effort that they put out that day, and it's like, this is a perfect effort. I love everything that they are putting out. Great job! Good effort! But behind the scenes, for me, being that I know how to elevate, and I know how to analyze, and I know how to take, here was the moment that they missed in that very moment. That is where the Rocket League, the people who are really good at Rocket League commentary are able to separate themselves, because they're able to take the moments that not everybody sees or the highest level of player see, and then they're able to commentate and add a dialect on it, or add a kerfuffling for it. they're able to
Do you know
kerfuffle up
him that
a.
that's like one of his clutch words that he uses
I don't
way
want to say
too
it anymore.
often.
It's too much. It's too
I
much.
know, right?
But yeah, I know what you're saying. And it's the thing is too, but you got these workshops, so shouldn't they really be? I mean, they probably might not be aware of it, but people are gonna be like, okay, this is what you need to be explaining to them, and them and those those casters paying attention and getting that sort of feedback and go, yeah, right, or asking those questions as to how can we, like I just asked you questions before, but when I'm struggling with teams that are down, because I rely on your knowledge, and this is what the workshop's all about. Your experience.
Not everyone's always open to wanting feedback, especially if they feel like they have enough experience.
Well, that and
I don't think anybody can ever have enough experience, can they really? Unless they're like 100K a year full-time job.
This is very true. At the same time, there is a point in the casting journey where your sound becomes an individual thing. Like, there's a point where Kendo can do nothing else for you. From here on out, it literally is your own drive. You have the fundamentals. You understand the concepts. The rubber's already on the road, and it's up to you to accelerate yourself. So, if you spin your wheels, you're gonna spin your wheels and you're gonna go nowhere. It's gonna sound really good, but you're not gonna get anywhere in the world.
You've taught somebody how to swim. It's up to them how quickly they want to swim from now on.
Exactly.
Maybe there's another analogy.
Like, I can teach somebody to swim. It's up to them to become Michael Phelps and qualify for the Olympics.
There you go. Yep.
All right. Don't need to dig into me.
I'm not. I'm not.
Dig to me.
What are we talking about?
Let me still utilize you.
I think that you do utilize me. It's like you're here.
I'm still baby caster. I know, but I haven't joined a lot of these. I probably should more often. I just get so busy.
They literally are always open.
It's the time, but it is always, because I find every single time, Kendo always has. Even if I'm just listening to you talk about other stuff or whatever, I'm still learning. I'm still, and I can. And the good thing about it is you can just say, "Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask you a question about this," and you can do that anywhere during it. Like, not coming in. I'm not coming in with like pre-planned notes of what to say.
So,
or what to ask.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I really need to start putting together. I haven't had the time to, but where these would be most effective is if there was a pre-plan. If there was a little bit more planning behind it, which is why the ones where I bring in somebody else who has like, hey, here's your 1.5 hour spot, go ham, and then we can talk about it for the next hour and a half after. Those are the most rewarding experiences, and I kind of expect everybody to be, or as many people as possible to be, for the specialized casting workshops. If it's just something like this, I don't mind if nobody ends up being here. Just due in part to the fact that they can get it themselves at other times. But that also being said, I'm here. So it does help if they're utilizing the time that I'm putting out there.
You can't. I mean, there is no other. No, as far as I know, there's no other casting workshops. Really, mainly casting workshops online. Really, any of the esports that I'm aware of.
Yeah, nothing like this anyway.
And I guarantee you, almost every caster, aside from maybe a handful, all need improvement. And when
I would argue every caster, even professional casters. You look at Spaceman. Yeah. Spaceman specifically is someone I respect the grind of. Like, I respect the heck out of the fact that guy could have the best commentary day that I've ever heard in my life. He's like, yeah, it was okay, but I got this, and this to iron out. He's already thinking about the next one and what he can do to make it even better. And it's not I'm going to beat myself up over it the way it used to be for me at times. It is I know I can do this, and this, and make it sound even better than it was. And by the way, it was pretty good. I'm better than you. I'm not saying that is how anyone comes off.
So you're saying it's Spaceman? I just type in Spaceman caster First result says caster reactions. Best caster reactions in Rocket League. Maybe he's in that one, right? I'm just curious to know. I've never, because you know when you're talking about, I want to hear this lad. Okay, that looks different. The picture I have, but I guess we're define it. You typing in what? Just spaceman?
Yeah, just spaceman. Good old Sean Rogers. Look at this dude.
Okay.
Look at this dude. He has a lot of fun. Dadgummit.
Okay. Examples always great too. Like when you do send this stuff, like I always say to people, give me examples. Give me examples. Who do you find is good at this? Who do you find is like examples of, hey, you know, Biggles, you cast like this. So listen to this guy. This guy's around exactly what you cast or something like that. So have a listen to how they do it and how you do it, and you know kind of roll off that. It's you've got to study.
Mm-hmm.
I always listen back to my casts. I don't know why. I mean, always listen back to my casts. Generally, when I'll do work and I'll just have it in the background, and I'll be listening, and I'm just like to myself, going, "Yep, I made a mistake there. Yep, I made a mistake there. Yep, I need to do that better. Yep, I need to do that."
I can almost always hear it when I do them. But then I get in my head.
At first, I found it was difficult to. I hated listening to myself back. I hated it. It was like, ugh. It's one of the worst things. And you get over it eventually. You get used to listening to yourself, and then you start nitpicking yourself to pieces because you got to be your own critic.
Mm-hmm.
You can have people obviously like Kendo that will help you and guide you and assist you, but you've got to be your own critic. You have to improve yourself. You have to find where you need to improve. And you listen to yourself back and go, oh, well, there it is. There's a mistake. There's a mistake. There's a mistake. I get frustrated sometimes. I'll sit there going, oh, why did I say that? I'm an idiot. But I know it, right? It's in my head. And I know next time, don't repeat it. Don't say it. Don't keep doing that. And I may do it once or twice more and more, but eventually in my head, I'll know, don't keep making those same mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
And these examples you said, I like to see these examples. I like to see different people's casting style and try to see whether or not how I can take snippets of that air casting, copy them, take snippets from it, and apply it to my casting if it could apply to my casting.
Hey,
That's the
Kendo. I have
What's up?
Off-topic question real quick.
Yep, go for it.
Do you know a producer that would be open to helping someone else set up vMix? Like someone who's trying to set up vMix for the first time? Like, I know only the producers that produce me, but I don't know how open some of them are to actually sitting down with someone and like going through vMix.
How new are we talking here? Like someone who's done OBS, or is it someone who's just going in dry?
Who's done a ton of OBS before and is starting to get gigs and is looking to breach into vMix, and they attempted to set up vMix on their own today, but they couldn't get it working correctly.
It's like an hour tutorial, isn't it? I believe if you really want to put your head down to it. But you would know, Kendo.
Tell them to ask JSA and say Kendo sent me.
Where's JSA? Oh, just staying alive.
Yeah.
Haha. I am so used to it. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
But I always say make sure they do their homework first. Don't just come in and ask
Like,
them a single question.
In all,
I'm talking about Storm Warrior.
Sorry. Yeah, it's fine, but I mean,
in all honesty, though, yeah, there are a lot of little places on YouTube that you can look up. JSA would have the proper amount of information and would be able to direct whoever in that spot. JSA also, if JSA has the time, I know JSA would sit down and
that's interesting.
spend a little bit of time.
VMix, actually, I would like to play VMix a little bit more, but at the moment I don't have the time. But it is a situation like when I'm messing at Blender, and I was messing at Blender the other day, and I was watching tutorials and I was learning stuff, but I was stuck on something for about 30 minutes. It was frustrating me. I'm like, if I could chat to somebody, it would save time. But VMix is good. I need to get my 90-day, what is it, the 60-day whatever trial? I need to get that reset because I never used it.
But yeah, a JSA.
It's expensive. Right?
If you sent someone JSA's way and used me as a reference, a lot of the times I think JSA would help
I
them
don't
out.
think he would even mind if
If it was you who referenced.
yeah. Yeah. I
mean-
mean, I'm not that close with JSA, but I've worked with him a couple other times before he got
Jesse's
here.
Jesse's
so,
really cool.
yeah.
JSA might be a little too busy over the next 48 hours.
No rush.
For kind of obvious reasons.
Yeah,
But-
Now, real quick, what's the off topic again? What's that online database that contains everything and everything? Everything you've ever
Wikipedia?
said right now. No. It starts with a B. It's a complete database of everything. If we went right
What,
now
your
and
document?
you went in right now and we typed exactly what I'm saying, like hello Kendo. Hello, Chicksa, how are you doing today? It appears in like shelf 7, row 5 on this book because it's logged everything because it's just the way the world works. And I was talking to somebody about copyright with YouTube and all that sort of stuff, and they're like, not everything's copyrighted or licensed. I'm like, well, it is really because everything's all pre-recorded.
Oh,
I'm just gonna-
dadgummit. I forgot
it?
the name of it.
Starts with a B. Babbles. It's really cool to look at. It's been around a long time and it's legit. Babble something. I have to babble. Not babble fish, but I'll remember in a second. The whole copyright shit annoys the shit out of me because it's like, fuck. I mean, we could sit and sing a song there, and like YouTube will flag it and go, you're copying a song. Like everything's a copy of a copy of a copy anyway. So
I don't remember it off the top of my head.
I believe there's actually
It's
some
gonna
people
it's
out
gonna
there-
bug me.
Yeah,
Literally
there's some
gonna bug
people
me.
out there. The babble. So it's something around Bab. Think about Bab along. So it's around that. There are some people that I know out there that are uploading content to YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
That are AI generated that covers everything. So it's all music that's just random patterns that they just do it and they upload. Every millisecond is uploading something new, uploading different pictures, uploading different scenes. And eventually, at that point, they were saying that everything that they'll upload, because it's first, will be everybody else will have a copyright after that.
Mhm.
Because they're having computers that are generating random content, and you're going to always copy something at some point. You have to. Even you and I speaking about this right now would be copyright because the AI might generate it.
Let me tell you.
It's weird. That's a completely different subject, but sorry about that. But it's been knocking my head around for all this copyright shit that's online that's annoying.
Oh yeah.
I have a friend's original band that I use in a clip, and it's like, it's copyright. I'm like, how the fuck is it
How?
copyright? They made the song. I was in the recording studio. It's not, they didn't copy it from somebody. I can't find any other song that sounds remotely close to it online. Apart the beats do, but because, of course, beats are always going to be the same, aren't they? 4/4, 8/8, all that sort of jazz.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's all the same 4 chords anyway.
What is this thing called? But the Bab something?
I don't know. I think I am gonna let you go, Biggles, just because.
Library of Babble. There it is.
Because he starts to babble.
Yep.
So I
It's
might.
the Library of Babel. Just do it. Library of Babel. I'm gonna go as well. Sorry.
Yeah,
the Library of Babel. There it is.
You're like 30 minutes ago. You're like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get going. That way I can work on
I am
this
your
next
holding
part,
all
and
like up.
then
Thank you,
yep,
guys.
boom.
Bye. See ya.
We'll talk to you
Ciao.
later. Okay. Well, I am going to get going. Did you need anything?
No, it was good.
Yeah.
I was just popping in since I saw both of you in there. And
Pop it in and an
Biggles
hour
and-
later.
Yeah, no.
I'm good at taking
Uh,
everybody's time. Oh wait, no! Ah, wrong thing. Okay, anyway, my bad.
I was just gonna say, like, Biggles came to UR and I threw him in here, and I'm happy that he's so invested.
It was really funny because we had he has his friend Ingrid, and
Mhm.
she ended up visiting the house during the casting workshop 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And she is unbridled on the mic.
Yes, I'm aware. She said I was nasally.
Yes. I mean, I
Wow.
I-
No,
I'm-
I'm kidding.
I'm. That's like saying I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. We're all dudes. I'm pretty messed up in my voice too. It was a fun episode. We got some. She made 5 or 6 innuendos, and I'm like, I'm not sure I can keep this video or keep this VOD.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy.
It's helpful though.
It is. It is all very helpful.
To some people, at least. Some people take sheer offense. He apologized like multiple times, and I was like, no. Trust me. Everyone needs to just say it sometimes. It happens. Like just go for it. But yeah, I'm just Biggles is really chill, very talkative, but very chill.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I appreciate you. I am gonna head off into the sunset. If you need anything, please let me know. I know we got a lot of fun coming up in the next week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't think I'll really be doing anything until CCA, and then I'll have everything else going on. So I'll need to try to stay warm so I don't just bleh when I get on the mic with you.
I think we'll have fun. Don't worry.
It felt really good the first time we did it.
Mm-hmm.
With that, was it a UTA game or one of the Texas teams?